What is good, chat? Welcome to another stream. We are going to be doing the continuation of the whole Rollo Tomasi debacle because, yes, folks, Rollo has responded, and trust me, you do not want to miss any of it because his response trying to explain all of this stuff away, oh my God, it was just absolutely ridiculous. So he basically, just like the modern women, guys like that, like the rail against, accepted zero accountability for his tweet, all right? Or his non-advice / advice, whatever the hell that loser wants to call it. But come one, come all, we got a lot to talk about, all right? And here's the crazy thing. Rollo is pissed, people. All right, Rollo is angry right now. All right, he's angry. He's lashing out, and he doesn't even know who to lash out at. But the first one he decided to go at was Sneako, because yes, folks, after that debate, Rollo and Sneako are done. Sneako was unfriended on Instagram by Rollo Tomasi, but Rollo Tomasi didn't just stop there. He went ahead and go as far as blocking Sneako from Instagram. And then he goes on this 4-hour live stream with this idiot named Ryan Stone. And Ryan Stone, oh my God, bro. It's like, bro, suck in your saliva before you talk, you bullshitter. But anyways, this guy, every time Rollo's in trouble, he always brings this guy, Ryan Stone, on. It's just basically the two of them talking. It's like, Rollo, with all the subscribers that you have, you can't even help Ryan Stone get his views up. How is this dude over 25,000 subscribers and doing the same view numbers we doing at 15? See, that's how I know something's funny with y'all YouTube channels. No one wants to admit it. I guess we'll just keep quiet on that. I'm just saying, bro. So every single time Rollo gets himself in one of these controversies, or he decides that, hey, it'd be too boring having a conversation by myself, because, I mean, come on, Rollo is an absolute snooze fest, okay? I don't know what else to tell you. Like, I would rather I would rather drag my nuts through 2 miles of broken glass than sit with a 5-minute conversation with Rollo Tomasi. That's how painful it is, all right? Not the broken glass. This dude talking. It's just that bad, all right? So Rollo Tomasi, whenever he gets tired of not talking by himself to his brainwashed audience, right, he brings Ryan Stone on. And these guys were basically talking about the whole fresh and fit Sneako thing and what happened with Destiny. And then he starts, it seems like he was throwing shots at a lot of people who were recently left the Manosphere, all right? He was definitely throwing shots at Sneako. 100% throwing shots at Destiny. Abba and Preach are catching strays, and essentially the one other person it seemed like he was throwing shots at, but subtly, was Andrew Tate. For those of you guys who don't know, because somebody might be asking, Duke, why would he throw subtle shots at Andrew Tate, right? Well, because Andrew Tate, or the Tate brothers, recently came out and basically said, listen, don't call us red pill. Do not identify our brand with those losers, all right? These red pills are for sperm babies and whatever the hell they were calling it, okay? So that's what it is. So the big dogs are now distancing themselves from the red pill, and Rollo has a little bit of a problem with it because it almost seems like in the live stream he's talking about he's calling the Tates grifters. I don't know. You guys are here for yourself. I'm not of the intellectual mind as Rollo Tomasi is, so I might need some help from people in the chat. So y'all gotta help me understand what that clown is saying. But yes, he did do a respond video, and yes, it is hilarious. But guys, I'm sorry to do this, but I have to do this, okay? I need to do this, all right? Listen, shout out to eBlock TV. You already know where I'm going with this, okay? One of my little mini ops here on YouTube has caught himself a bullet, all right? And what I mean by that, this guy got his court videos leaked because my man had court today. That's why he had to stream a replay for his audience that love watching replays or watching content they've already watched before. I mean, honestly, you guys, when are you going to grow up? All right, listen, a lot of y'all who are on that tether hate or FBA trying to be against everybody else, listen, people who are divisive usually ain't got shit going on in their lives. That's why they come online and it's easier for them to be angry. I don't hate you. I just feel sorry for you. So accept my pity on an open platter. And one none so other is the leader of this divisionist movement, Mike TV or Zesty Boy. For those of you guys don't know, I'm going to give you guys a reminder in just a second here. But something interesting came up, all right? His court date. And there is some shit that came up on the background that makes me realize, hey, dog, you probably should be on YouTube right now talking about all these other Manosphere dude. You probably shouldn't be anywhere near a computer. All right. Matter of fact, you should probably sell your computer and pay your goddamn child support. That's where we're going at. And guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm petty. Okay. You come for me. I gotta be petty every single step of the way. Listen, it's just how it is. Don't start beefs you're not willing to finish, my boy. So while you coming on YouTube and spreading hate, you're not even fixing your lives. It makes me wonder the kind of mentality of people who follow you. All right, their lives are not together, but they come up here just to spread hate, spread divisiveness. All right, and then when we have chances to come together and unify, these guys are so angry, just filled with so much hatred in their heart that they just decide, no, fuck it, we're just gonna stay angry. But here, I'm gonna expose to you that your leader, okay, he's trying to expose Manosphere people, and he can't even pay his own child support. Let alone the lady the dead lady he stole from after she passed away. I mean, this is how bad this shit is. So if you guys don't know who Zesty Boy is, all right, allow me to play this little tape to remind you, and then we'll get into the beat of the potatoes. And after you're done with this, go subscribe to eBlack TV because this is easy work. Shout out to you, Brody.
Hi,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. What about you?
Oh my gosh, I'm doing better now. You're like so cute. Oh
Oh, thank you. Where are you from? You too.
my gosh, I'm from like wherever you are because that's where I want to be. Don't blush now. Don't blush now. But I have to ask you. I have to ask you. Your name is Cookie, right?
No.
It says Cookie.
No, my name is Milk, not the cookie. That's the milk.
No, no, no. I want you to be the cookie because I'll bring the milk. Yeah.
Oh.
I've got some milk for you, 2%. I hope you're not lactose intolerant.
Where are you from again?
Oh my gosh, you're so silly. I told you I'm from like wherever you are. What is it, like the Philippines, Thailand?
So,
Listen,
how's
listen, listen.
you?
I'm just gonna get straight to the point, okay? Here in the
Okay.
US of A, I'm known kind of as a local celebrity. I'm known as the booty warrior. I take booty. Booty is more important than water. Booty is more important than food. Booty is more important than breathing. And let's just say I came across you and I must have your booty. So we can do this the easy way or the hard way. It's up to you. Sir, sir, look at me. Look at me.
Okay.
May I have your booty?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't want to share my booty.
But sharing is caring.
Who said that? That is wrong.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I've never been stood down before. This is a first. Normally, when I solicit men for their booties, they just put it in the air and say, here, take it. So I must ask you, what is it about me? Is it because I'm black?
Congrats on the first.
Is it because I'm black? Are you afraid that your tiny little sphincter won't handle the black mamba?
Those of you guys who are wondering, that's an underage boy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do you know why I have to keep playing this video after I go after this little guy who thinks he's an op right now? You think you're an operative, dude? You're nothing. Okay, the reason why I have to do this is because remember when this whole Just Pearly thing saga broke out and one of her former partners, Sarah Garvey, came out and did a video pretty much giving us the other side of the equation, right? The contracts and how bad a lot of Pearl employees like Mary, you bozo, Auntie Jenny, you loser, and King Riches, you dumbass. All three of these guys and probably more who are under the Just Pearly Things network, he exposed how the contracts were basically set up. Pearl will give guys on the lower end, meaning the guys I mentioned previously, 10 to 15%. All right? You heard me right. Meaning, if they're getting 10 to 15%, well, guess what? That also means that Pearl is keeping 85 to 90% of their ad revenue. Okay? We wouldn't have known that if Sarah did not expose it, right? Because she came to him with that same BS contract, basically saying, I'm going to give you 30 and you take 70. Now, listen, say what you want to say, but that contract also gets worse because she gets to take that same video that you post on your channel, all right, that you're only getting a 10% cut of. She gets to post it on her channel, all right, with the bigger reach and keeps 100% of the ad revenue. You're getting double fucked. You understand how that works? So when Sarah exposed that, right, rightfully so, the entire diaspora came together and we were all going at Pearl. And it was heavy. I mean, we were all dropping some heavy heat. But what ended up happening was somebody decided to run out of content. And the content they ran out of, they decided, well, it's time to go ahead and go on the attack and just be divisive. Mike TV was that guy. Instead of keeping it together and showing unity in the face of this bullshit, right? He decided to go after the guy that exposed the whole contract deal, Sarah Garvey. And realistically, by that time, Pearl was supposed to do an not exposed video, but an explanation video to basically explain what she meant by her not thinking Nick Fuentes was racist and her staff not thinking Nick Fuentes was a racist, right? She was supposed to do a video explaining that. Well, guess what? Thanks to Zesty Boy over here, essentially what ended up happening is she watched his stream, came live into his chat room, called him her best friend, and basically stole a lot of the material he used to destroy Sarah Garvey's reputation and emasculate him. And she basically put that in her video without having to take any accountability whatsoever. So if you guys wonder why I'm really hard on this dude, is because we had a real opportunity to crush this girl way earlier. And I'm by that girl, I mean Pearl. All right, we had an opportunity to do that way earlier, but somebody decided to step into the ring and divide all of us. And the thing he used to divide Sarah Garvey was basically the fact that he was gay for pay in terms of acting. Right? He was an actor. He brought up some old clips, things like that, right? And Sarah was getting paid for it. Well, the video you guys just watched of Zesty Boy, that was him being gay for pay. I wonder how that works when karma comes around, all right? So you shamed and emasculated the man, destroyed a whole movement for your personal gain, and you, turns out, were involved in the same behavior. So if you're making the assumption that you're gonna emasculate him, question his sexuality in front of the white queen or your white best friend, Pearly, Well, why don't we have the right to call you out? And it just makes so much sense why people still follow guys like that, right? Because these guys are the ones that like to mute half of their brain because they love the hate, they love the separation. Meanwhile, your leader is a goddamn hypocrite. And guess what? Even exposing and ruining the movement like Sarah, ruining the unity, being divisive, all that views he got, and you still didn't make enough money to pay your child support. You still didn't make enough money to pay back Veronica. You got till the 26th. E-Black is watching. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and roll the court videos. And go subscribe to E-Black right now. This is him. This is all from his channel right now. But I want to show my dude, I want to show him some love real quick while throwing a few shots at some ops over here. So let's get it, guys.
All right. Multnomah County Circuit Court, Honorable Shelley Russell presiding.
Good morning. Can you see this?
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Juwan Mullen, M-U-L-L-E-N, OSB number 203333 here on behalf of the state. Time is now set for a hearing in the matter of State v. Michael Lane. That is case number 20-CR-40246. Mr. Lane is here out of custody, represented by counsel and the state registry.
Good morning, Your Honor. Josh McCain and CCAIN Barn 18146 on behalf of Mr. Lane. Recap last time we were here, you gave him extra time, pay more than half, like $1,350. You did pay $1,400. That's what we're doing here today. I'm assuming.
I'm sorry, I gotta pause it right there. You on YouTube and you can't afford $1,300? Huh? Bro, I got that twice over, 3 times over, bro. Hey, at least I save. Say what you want about me, bro. I manage money right. You don't have $1,300 in your bank account out of all this YouTube money. What happened to the money you making off them exposed videos you doing? Huh? What happened to the money you making off of the merchants you're selling to your audience? Hey, just so you know, all of you guys who are paying this guy, all right, you're paying Veronica. Because out of all the content he did last month, he only made $1,350 out of the other $1,300 he owes. That's crazy, bruh. Let's continue. Listen, I'm telling you, people like you shouldn't even be on YouTube until you get your life situated. But I digress.
That's correct, Your Honor. From what I have here, looks like Mr. Lane paid $1,400 on 5/12/23, leaving a balance of $1,300. The state is prepared to do both, whether we're doing open sentencing because the remainder wasn't paid, or whether we're continuing on with what the court has already suggested, which would be to extend the time to pay the remainder of the balance, which would be the $1,300.
Nigga, you need a time extension for $1,300? Oh my God, the audacity you even have to go after O'Shea. The audacity you even have to go after MTR. The audacity you have to even go after, even consider going after Anton. And you can't afford $1,300? Hell, Anton finally just made it to the point where he can afford courtside tickets to the Detroit Piston games. Guess how much that cost? $1,700. Listen, Anton was lying back then. He couldn't afford it back then. Now he's able to afford it. And that's still more than what you can pull off. And you're not even paying your child support. You coming at us on YouTube? Let's keep going. Listen. I'm petty, bro. Don't start beefs with me if you're not ready for anything. I'm just telling you. Let's continue.
The court, looking over other marching orders here, it doesn't appear that we have anything else outside of what Mr. Beamer already discussed with the court from last time. We're in a better posture than last time because of that payment on 5/12, but there's still still that remaining balance. We do have Ms. Brawley on the line, and at the appropriate time, the state would like to let her say her piece at the appropriate time. Outside of that, Your Honor, the state is leaving it up to the court. The state is requesting a 30-day.
Don't give him a 30-day extension. He talking hell. Nah. Hey, put a 1 in the chat if you say no to the 30-day extension and he got to pay up right now. Because, listen, we know how he spent the last 30 days. This nigga was on the internet when he should have gotten a job and been paying Veronica and paying his damn child support. Now he's over here crawling back to the court saying, I didn't make the money. I need more time. Now, put a 1 if you... Hey, listen, put a 0 if you say 30-day extension. Put a 1 in the chat if you say no 30-day extension. Pay your bills, nigga. Before you talk shit about anybody else, pay your bills. Listen, at least, I could tell you this. My child support current. Matter of fact, it's even more than that, bro. I'm always chilling out because my daughter means a lot to me. And you over here clowning people with kids. How dare you? You over here yelling and screaming at Melanie for not having custody of her kids. Nigga, you paying child... I'm sorry. You not paying child support. You can't even afford your son. And you have the balls to talk about internet people? Whoa. Nah, bro. Judge, I'm sorry. We in the YouTube community reject your 30-day extension plan. But I'm sorry. I'm having too much fun with this. We gonna get to the Rollo video. I promise you, okay? I gotta just handle my ops real quick. So stay tuned.
In order for that remaining balance to be paid.
Okay. Mr. McCain, 30-day extension, does that work for your client?
I believe, yes, it will work. I am out until the 13th, so anytime after the 13th, 14th.
I am out part of that. Okay. And not all of that time, so it would have to be the week of the 26th. And for that week, looks like any day but Friday.
The only day that I can do that week is Saturday.
This is Mikey Boy's lawyer.
Okay, so how about Monday the 26th? We can do 8:30 again. Okay, so Monday the 26th at 8:30. And I will expect the balance to have been paid by
Bruh, they gave you to the 26th of next month? That's unfair. Put him in jail right now. On YouTube, he talking like he got money. He ain't got no money. He can't even afford $1,300. Oh my God! But you have the balls to come at us. You have the balls to do. You have the balls to do anything. Hey, ask your. Hey, keep bleeding your supporters dry. At least now they know where the money is going to. All that money you made, or all them views you got, all them cash apps these bozos were giving you, and you still didn't even meet your goals. Now they got extended another month. You got to the 26th. Hey yo. Every single one of you that's going to be watching his videos from now to the 26th, guess what? You going to be paying for this nigga's child support, and you going to be paying for this nigga's court bills. He got to the 26th, or they're going to be sentencing this hot guy. You don't believe me? We going to keep playing. I'm just saying, dog. Listen, I would go get a real job. That's what I would do. Go get you a real job and go pay your bills before you come online and talk shit about other people and their lives, okay? And that's funny. The people you criticize it, Manosphere people and shit, and they talking about masculinity and the traditional man and all that bullshit. But here you go. They're supporting you, and you behind on your child support? What does it say about them? Oh, I'm loving all of this, because what I've been saying this whole entire time about hateful, divisive people has been correct. I am not wrong. Your life sucks. So you come online and hate on other people. This is you. Every single one of this. It's you. All of y'all niggas right now, you are looking in the mirror. Every single one of you who are espousing that hateful, divisive shit, your life sucks. And it's proven. Because your leader, his life sucks. I'm not done, bro. Let's keep playing. Hey, Backstandard 88, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. I like your channel. I remember you mentioning you're a techie. For a late start last year at 33, it was the best decision I've ever made. Facts! Yes, I am. What I do right now with the university, I work in desktop engineering. So what I do is, I can actually explain. I actually explain on my other channel, but yeah, we'll get into that. Here's the thing: it's not too. Listen, get in attack. What Rollo should have been giving this advice to his followers instead of telling them, "Oh, well, you should get a vasectomy." No, bro, go fucking learn the code. That's way better than buying Myron's courses. But yeah, and people think coding is hard. It's not hard. Listen, just get yourself a blueprint and find a language to start. The easiest language to start is Python. You learn Python, understand the syntax, and what you're going to start understanding is when you start transitioning into other languages, the syntax is pretty familiar, right? Not saying they're exactly the same. They're different, what do you call it, characters that are being used, and you have to be specific and particular in what you type in. But realistically, you can start to see the overall concept has from one programming language to another programming language, right? Especially for people who are getting into they're getting a JavaScript. Well, you got to learn HTML, you got to learn cascading style sheets, you got to put all that stuff together. But when you start learning that, you start seeing how all of that puts together, right? You got your element with the HTML, you got the styling with the CSS, and then you also have your functionality with JavaScript. You are gonna be a beast, whether it's web designing, whether it's back end, whether it's front end, whether it's database management. You can go anywhere. And let's even move it away from that. You can start going to stuff like security, cybersecurity. You can go to stuff like DevOps, right? When you're running when you're doing cloud development, when you're working with AWS or Microsoft Azure. There's just so much you can do with tech. So blow past a lot of these bozos who are trying to get you to buy courses. You're good, bro. Trust me. Let's get back to this video. Easy work.
Done. Okay. And Mr. Mullen, you wanted Ms. Raleigh to be able to address the court. She can do that now. Ms. Raleigh, this is Judge Russell. Can you hear me? Okay. Is there anything you wanted to let the court know this morning?
Yes, I can.
Uh-oh.
Well, I had been in correspondence. I wasn't really prepared to make a full statement, but I think we were just talking about the charges that were supposed to be, if he didn't pay, that there were specific charges that were supposed to stick for Mr. Lane, and that, it took the court getting involved to get the payment. And he mentioned in our last hearing that he also has not paid child support. And
Mikey boy, Mike TV, you not paying your child support, nigga? You have the balls to talk about Melanie King is not having custody of her children, and you not paying child support, nigga? Oh. Oh my God. E-Black TV, the man of the hour. Hey, I gotta show you some love, bro. I'm playing your video, but look, shout out to you so much for the $20 super chat. Shout out to you for getting this brilliant masterpiece of what we call receipts. They should take that crown off of Zesty Boy's head of being the king of receipts and just plop it right on top of your head, because you the king of receipts, bruh. But pay your child support. E-Black TV says, congrats on getting your monetization back. Pearl can't stop this channel. They don't know how battle tested we are. Salute. Hell yeah. A lot of these people just don't know. Y'all, listen. It's one thing to come out and expose a lot of these Manosphere people because they're bozos in real life and they're bozos online. But a lot of these people forget they're real people that come online and do YouTube too. Like they do come online and they will talk their shit. And when you try to come at them, it's that much difficult because unlike you, their lives are real and they really about it. So shout out to you, E-Black. I had to do this for you. The moment you dropped this video, I'm like, I gotta give this man some love. I have to. Porsche 911 fan, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. How's it going, Duke? I got my first help desk job at the start of this year. Where do you recommend I get more experience outside of work? I would say, here's the thing. You want to definitely start studying for certain things, but the thing is, once you're learning help desk is actually the best place to start, right? Because you get to connect it with a lot of different departments, right? I'm assuming that you're working because help desk is kind of like frontline almost, but then you basically route tickets and certain things to different departments, right? So I would start paying attention to different departments that we're working in, whether it's desktop or field support or security, right? Or even admin, like people who manage whatever your ticketing system, things like that, right? So they're different departments you can fall into, but if you just got your start in, start paying attention and start leaning towards what you like the most, right? So let's say if your help desk job is walking somebody through like a software issue or it's walking someone else through like figuring out what's going on with their monitors or like something like desktop related, like even their physical PCs, right? If that's interesting in you, then you should start looking online to see what kind of certifications you can get to elevate your income at that point, right? Because realistically, I would say get your what do you call it? Your comp TIA, get the network, right? That's like the basic certification you can get, and then start building off of there. But let's continue. Easy work. Hey, listen, Porsche 911. I don't know if you're familiar with my other channel, but I do a lot more tech stuff on my other channel. I don't let the Duke, the Don, and Manosphere people know. I just keep it hush hush. So go on to my other channel. We'll talk a lot more on that. I'm actually doing a full length course. I'm working on it right now for you guys on JavaScript. So we out here. We out here.
The ability to pay, it's been shown the last 30 days that he has come up with the money. And just said, I feel like those charges, that were originally said, if he didn't pay it back, he would be charged with, should be considered.
Well, at this time, the court's going to give him an additional, essentially 30 days to pay the balance because he did do what I told him to do last time. So I am going to give him that time. And yes, of course, if he doesn't make that payment by the 26th, then we'll be having a different conversation. And talk about those charges actually being sentenced on those charges. So at this point, we're going to reconvene on the 26th at 8:30.
Okay.
My expectation is that Tulane will have paid that money by that time. And then things will be wrapped up for you all, and you'll be able to get some closure.
Okay.
All right.
Michael Lane, you got till June 26th at 8:30 a.m. to pay the remainder on your bills. Because the last time you said you're behind on your child support. Oh, Lord, this is bad, bro. So for those of you guys who don't know, he stole from a dead woman. He stole from a dead woman and sold off her properties. And the woman you heard talking, basically saying, hey, guys, why aren't we sentencing this guy right now? Why is it that we're taking it easy on him? Because that's the woman who got her, who was the family member of the woman who was robbed by Michael Lane, the dead woman who was robbed by Michael Lane. So for those of you guys who are supporting this guy, for those of you guys that are saying that this guy's the truth, he steals from dead women. That's crazy, and he can't even pay his child support. So listen, I'm not saying anything about you, but you are the sum of the people you choose to watch. So if something like Zesty Boy over here is someone you guys like to dilly-dally with and agree with and support and clap your hands, chances are you agree with one of the other things. Just let me know if it's you like guys not paying child support, Or do you like guys stealing from dead women and not being able to pay it? And for some of you broke niggas out there that watch them, can you not afford $1,300 to pay when you're ordered to pay $1,300? I'm sorry. It just says so much about you. So again, I can't resist an opportunity to tag an op, and we just did. So go over to eBlacks TV if you want to watch more, if you want to get more information, if you want to get more context on what's going on, and let's get to the episode, people. Rollo Tomasi is mad. Let's see what he has to say in response to the whole Sneako situation and getting exposed on it. Let's get it.
First one to get emotional loses.
And there was one time, people know this story too. There was this one time I was on his terrestrial radio show. He brought on some feminists who was like basically wouldn't let you get a word in edgewise, big mouthy broad kind of thing. And so I was trying to like sort of talk over her and just sort of say, hey, look, look, bitch, that kind of shit. And I was like usually like Pat will call me after those shows, but like he'll call me like a day after, or he'll say, or maybe it's like he'll be done with the show because he still had like a few hours afterwards. That was the first time he ever called me immediately after the show was over.
Oh, I'm picturing you looking down. Like, remember the end of Lawnmower?
Look at this loser, Ryan Stone. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, can you get anyone more pathetic? I mean, I see why you picked him. I mean, this guy looks like he's going through a midlife crisis right now. What the hell's with the Andrew Tate / Sneako sunglasses y'all niggas got going on? Like, that don't make any sense. You guys are about to clown Sneako, yet you wearing the same sunglasses as your buddy Sneako. Make it make sense. Who is this guy? Like, what is this? Dev, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. He says, as someone going through web development, tech is definitely the way to go. Not going broke, trying to be a high value man. It's nothing but grifters. Facts. Andrew Tate's course is not going to tell you how to be a high value man. It's going to tell you how to spend $5,000 so they can yell at you in their little Discord chat rooms. Yeah, get real world skills, people. Please stop listening to these Manosphere weirdos. Red pill does not translate to the real world. It never did. It never had. All of y'all are doped up on copium. Get off the copium and pop some reality pills, okay? You need to go learn a skill right now before it's too late. I don't care what they say. Andrew Tate's not going to make you rich overnight. And anybody who can claim that, they're either scamming themselves or they're lying to you. That's just what it is.
Man, when you look and the phone starts ringing, you're like, oh, damn. 80s reference for you guys. You'll love it.
I had a very good mentor, and I miss him dearly. But yeah, I mean, so like every now and then I'll hear like Pat's words kind of ringing in my ear, and yeah, I am kind of hearing them right now because it's not because I didn't intend to do what I did, right? I didn't. Right. It's not like I didn't. It's not like oh, sorry guys, it was just a goof. It wasn't a goof. That tweet wasn't a fucking goof. And
Rollo, you said it was a throwaway tweet. What the fuck? Now. Your tweet that you said on Fresh and Fit stream where you were getting pressed by Sneako and Destiny, you said that was a throwaway tweet. Now on your channel, all of a sudden it goes from a throwaway tweet to a very intentional tweet. Which one is it, bruh? Because if it's very intentional, okay, what's a high value man? We'll wait. Trust me, we got all the time in the world. Just tell us what a high value man is. Okay, that's all you gotta do.
Oh, you should just apologize for the vasectomy part of it. And you know what Pat Campbell would say? Never apologize for jack shit, especially for an asshat. I don't care if you're a conservative or you're a leftist. You're still cut from the same fucking cloth. Never fucking apologize. And
Whoa! Again, so if those of you guys who are saying, well, Duke, Rollo can take accountability, he's literally just sitting there telling you, I'm not taking accountability for what I said. Because some guy named Pat told me to, right? See what I'm saying? You see how these red pill guys, they're just idiots, all right? How are you supposed to learn if you refuse to understand that you're wrong? Like, if you keep going on thinking that you're right all the damn time, how are you supposed to learn your lessons? This guy has learned nothing. No lessons have been learned since this takedown. And you're wondering why the person who killed the red pill is the guy who founded it to begin with. And this guy's a bozo. He doesn't want to take. You don't want to take accountability because Pat told you not to. Listen, I don't care if you're falling for the whole fake news or the whole Trump nonsense where they say we don't apologize to cancel culture. It's not cancel culture. That's you clearly on tape, clearly in the tweet, saying men should get vasectomies. You understand that is wrong. That is a horrible thing to tell the men, because men in their 20s getting vasectomies, it's going to be a lot more harmful to them versus guys who are already mature, guys who are in their late stages, maybe in their 40s, getting in their 50s, and they're not worried about a kid, right? You guys are trivializing an invasive procedure. Don't you think you have some kind of responsibility, Rollo? No, seriously. And his response is, I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're conservative. I'm not apologizing. Okay? Look at my beanie. All right? My beanie says it all. All right? I just got done dyeing my hair brown 2 days ago. You think I'm gonna sit there to do that to apologize? I'm not apologizing, okay? Because Pat told me not to apologize. It's a sign of weakness. Listen, this tells me how completely out of touch with reality a lot of you losers are. Hey, listen. What would make you seem more like a human being, Rollo, is understanding when you're wrong, understanding that even your audience know when you're wrong, and coming out and knowing when to take responsibility for it. But the fact of the matter is, you and guys who follow you can't recognize. It's just it's very shocking. It's very shocking because to me, I'm sitting here thinking, well, if you can't even recognize when you did wrong and you can't even recognize when to even take responsibility and accountability for when you do wrong, what gives you the right to write 3 whole books of bullshit, all right, to go ahead and preach to a bunch of young men on how to teach them to take accountability and then shame women for doing the same thing you're doing right now? Doesn't that make you a hypocrite? I mean, let's just be honest. Wouldn't that make you a hypocrite? Wouldn't that make the young boys who follow you a hypocrite too? I'm just asking for a friend, because if you're not taking responsibility, or you're not going to apologize, or you're not going to even come clean to your audience and tell them you did wrong, I don't know what else to tell you.
Dude, I have nothing to apologize for as it is.
People don't even remember why you first started that thing there. I remember that because there was that Guardian article that came out about the chick that was freezing her eggs. And they did something at the lab and they fucked it up. So that was it. Eggs were gone. And then you put yours out like a day later. And I was like, it makes perfect sense. Nobody said nothing about this. Girls that were freezing their eggs to go to the workforce come back. You tell a guy to get a snip. Now, here's the funny part. I did some research after this. I've had a bunch of friends. They have like a kid or two and they're like, we're done. And they get the snip. Day surgery now, like the days of the frozen peas on your lap for a week, that's over. It basically feels as bad as like, getting a hickey on your neck, but on your balls. And then an afternoon later, you're good. That irreversibility thing of it, that's only for if you're like young enough that you haven't fully developed your gonads yet. So like,
yeah, whoa, yeah, you're making our point for us. The irreversibility, the little thing that you said, it feels like a little bump in your gonads. Yeah, you see how they're trivializing it. But watch this guy accidentally just prove us right. He's basically just saying that the irreversibility just happens when you're very young in your 20s. Well, I'm sorry, if we go to Rollo's tweet, didn't he say that you should get a vasectomy in your 20s? The same age this bozo over here is saying that you can face some serious reproductive problems. I'm gonna just rewind that. I'm gonna get to the super chat first, but I'm gonna rewind that because this idiot Ryan Stone, and I'm not surprised he's an idiot, okay? Rollo surrounds himself with a bunch of idiots, but this idiot Ryan Stone literally just makes our case for us, and then in the same breath capes for Rollo. I mean, make it make sense, y'all. Porsche 911 fan, shout out to you for the $10 super chat. He says, I'm familiar with your second channel. I'm a tier 1 at the moment, but I'm studying for my Net Plus. Oh, shit. And my Sec... Ooh, okay, your Sec Plus. All right. I do find app software troubleshooting interesting. AppSec or Cyber are my interests. Facts. Hey, keep going, brother. Like, for real. Call in on my other show. Like, for real, call in on my other show. I'm gonna be having another stream tomorrow. Right? We're gonna do another one. So call in. It's gonna be on politics, this one, but call in though. Seriously. Let's rewind that real quick.
I don't care if you're conservative or you're leftist, you're still cut from the same fucking cloth. Never fucking apologize. And I have nothing to apologize for as it is.
People don't even remember why you first started that thing there. I remember that because there was that Guardian article that came out about the chick that was freezing her eggs, and they did something at the lab and they fucked it up. So that was it. Eggs were gone. And then that you put yours out like a day later, and I was like, it makes perfect sense. Nobody said nothing about this. Girls that were freezing their eggs to go to the workforce come back. You tell a guy to get a snip. Now here's the funny part. I did some research after this. I've had a bunch of friends. They have like a kid or two, and they're like, we're done, and they get the snip. Day surgery now, like the days of the frozen peas on your lap for a week, that's over. It basically feels as bad as like, you know, getting a hickey on your neck, but on your balls. And then an afternoon later, you're good.
Getting a vasectomy, guys, is just like getting a hickey on your neck, but on your balls. Oh, by the way, Ryan Stone, I don't know if anyone told you this. Women freezing their eggs is to hopefully they could prolong their time, right? Their reproductive time. It's not the same as men snipping their balls. When men snip their balls, they're cutting or eliminating their reproductive. That's basically what they're doing. They're eliminating it. They don't want to have kids, okay? So you can't compare women freezing their eggs in hopes that they will find sperm later on to guys who are cutting off their tubes so they can limit the sperm that's coming out. You see how that doesn't make sense? Your audiences are filled with retards. I'm sorry. Anyone that just listened to this bozo Ryan Stone say what he just said, hey, listen, no one is saying anything about women freezing their eggs. Why are we saying anything about that? See, it's a double standard. Hey, dummy, women freezing their eggs, meaning they want to have babies later. Men snipping their balls, they don't want to have babies later. But let's see what this bozo has to say. Like, I'm surprised that this guy who calls himself the intellectual leader of the Manosphere surrounds himself with idiots. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, hold up. Let's play it all back.
Tell a guy to get a snip. Now here's said nothing about, and then that you put yours out like a day later, and I was like, it makes perfect sense. Nobody said nothing about this. Girls that were freezing their eggs to go to the workforce come back. You tell a guy to get a snip. Now here's the funny part. I did some research after this. I've had a bunch of friends. They have like a kid or two, and they're like, we're done, and they get the snip. Day surgery now, like the days of the frozen peas on your lap for a week, that's over. It basically feels as bad as like, you know, getting a hickey on your neck, but on your balls. And then an afternoon later, you're good. That irreversibility thing of it, that's only for if you're like young enough that you haven't fully developed your gonads yet. So like guys who are 19, 20. Same as doing steroids for guys that are under 25. It doesn't work.
You see how they just made our point for us? Yeah, you know when the irreversible thing. Listen, Ryan Stone did the research, Rollo, okay? And, you know, a lot of guys, you know, it's just a hickey on your neck, but on your balls, okay? So no more ice packs or pee packs that you have to put underneath there after an invasive surgery. But what I also read up, Rollo, is that the irreversibility part, it only happens to guys who are 19 and 20. Oh, wait. Wasn't your tweet telling men to get vasectomies in their 20s? I'm sorry. I thought I could keep a straight face on this one. But when I heard this, because I was in the chat, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I was in the chat of the stream, bro. I shit you not. And I was dying laughing. I'm like, yo, this dude Rollo, I'm tearing up right now, bro. I can't help it. I can't help myself. These guys are stupid. They're just idiots, bro. I was listening to this. I'm like, wait a minute. Did Ryan Stone basically just admit what the hell we have a problem with and then claim that he did the research? Nigga, we knew. So when we listen, we were right the whole time. When Rollo tells guys to get their vasectomy in their 20s, okay, that's not good because the irreversibility aspect of it skyrockets. You don't, like, I think think y'all have been stuck in your bubbles for too damn long, okay? For too damn long. And y'all need to start facing some reality, because what Rollo put on his tweet is extremely dangerous, because some kid in his 20s, or who's just getting into his 20s, is looking at that right now and saying, you know what would be a great idea? I think it would be a great idea for me to get a vasectomy. Not realizing that he's a lot more in danger at his age group for doing a stupid thing that Rollo advised him to do than actually just living his life and actually taking responsibility. Wear a condom or don't have sex at all. Period. But no, Rollo wants to sit here and pretend that he's been giving you advice this whole time. I'm going to just play this one more time because y'all know how petty I am. Okay, I just got to do it. And then we can move on to the rest of the stream. But these guys are not smart people, okay? They are leading a lot of... Imagine if Rollo is giving bullshit advice like this and most of y'all caught this. Imagine what he's been selling to a bunch of these young men for a long time that nobody else caught. This guy's dangerous and needs to be stopped. I'm sorry, bro.
Very well. At the lab and they fucked it up. So that was it. Eggs were gone. And then that you put yours out like a day later, and I was like, it makes perfect sense. Nobody said nothing about this. Girls that were freezing their eggs to go to the workforce come back. You tell a guy to get a snip. Now here's the funny part. I did some research after this. I've had a bunch of friends. They have like a kid or two, and they're like, we're done, and they get the snip. Day surgery now, like the days of the frozen peas on your lap for a week, that's over. And it basically feels as bad as, like, you know, getting a hickey on your neck, but on your balls. And then an afternoon later, you're good. That irreversibility thing of it, that's only for if you're like young enough that you haven't fully developed.
How old is that? How young is too young?
So like guys who were 19, 20.
Oh!
Guys who were 19, 20.
Oh!
Guys who were 19, 20. So like guys who were 19, 20. For if you're good. That irreversibility thing of it, that's only for if you're like young enough that you haven't fully developed your gonads yet. So like like young enough that you haven't fully developed your gonads yet. So like guys who were 19, 20. Same as doing developed your gonads yet. So like guys who were 19, 20.
Rollo Tomasi, the quickest path to becoming a high-value man. Vasectomy in your 20s. Hey, bruh. Listen, you can't make this shit up. Even if you try, you just can't. All right? I just played it for you. All right? And even the guy who he brought on there to run interference for him, all right, he basically said, the irreversibility aspect of it, all these losers are freaking out about, that only happens to guys who are 19 and 20. Oh, wait a minute. What does that say in Rollo's tweet that got him in this whole hot mess to begin with? Don't get married. Avoid family creation. Vasectomy in your 20s. Okay. So why are y'all getting mad, and why is this bozo refusing to take accountability when basically we were right? He is harming and basically sterilizing effectively a bunch of young men. We already have a fertility crisis in this country as we know it. And some of these guys who are international followers of his, and they're from these European countries or whatever they are from around the world, your fertility rate is declining. You guys want to blame women so goddamn much. But here's a guy who's advocating for you to self-sterilize and possibly not even have a kid by the time you're even ready to have a kid, because you decided to take his dumb advice in your 20s. And then they call us emotional. They call us crazy because we're looking out for you. He doesn't care about his audience as long as it makes him sound smart. That's all he cares about. He just has to sound like a genius. That's it. He's Rollo Tomasi. I wrote 3 books, and I'm the godfather of the red pill. I'm the godfather of the Manosphere, but they don't call me that. I don't call myself that. They call me that. You're a hypocrite. And it makes it even worse that you can't even be honest and admit that when you back it up with the data, all right, because this bozo over here said he did the research, and he's actually right, all right? When you like to talk about data and facts, the facts is there, bruh. If you're 19 and 20, you are at risk for having your vasectomy not be reversible, not just be like this little hickey on your neck, but on your balls, because that little hickey could literally stop you from having kids in the future. But yet, we're the crazy ones for making you aware of this bullshit. This guy's been preaching it since his first book. He's been preaching it in his book. The Iron Rule of something. It was Tomasi 5 or 6 or something like that. We read it yesterday. He's been talking about this for a long time. But we're the crazy ones, right? Y'all need to get off the internet. These red pill dudes are liars. I'm sorry I had to go in a little bit because, again, I keep telling people this. 2023 is our year of vindication. Meaning, I don't give a fuck who's calling us haters. I don't give a fuck who decides to call us clout chasers. We've been telling the truth about Rollo this entire time, and we're right. It's just now that y'all decide to come around, but it don't matter because me, the people who followed me from day one, who took the bullets with me, we were right. This guy's a fraudster. Oh my God, bro! If it is, your little minion over here, Rhinestone, couldn't even help you out. He just made our point for us. He's a dummy. Where did you find him? Like, I mean, seriously, who is this guy? Jesus, be too cool. Shout out to you. Yo, I see you got your chef's hat on, bro. I'm cooking. It's so hot in the kitchen, but I gotta stay in, bro. He says, you got your chef hats on early, LOL. Shout out to you, man. Be too cool, man. You're a really good dude, bro. Shout out to you, man. Let's keep going.
Same as doing steroids for guys that are under 25. It doesn't. An afternoon later, you're good. That irreversibility thing of it, that's only for if you're like young enough that you haven't fully developed your gonads yet. So like guys who were 19, 20. Same as developed your gonads yet. So like guys who were 19, 20. Same as doing.
We're not wrong. We were never wrong, bruh. We were telling you the truth the entire time. And by the way, look at Rollo's face. He's thinking. He's like, fuck. Yo, Ryan, ease back. Pull the brake. You're exposing us here, Ryan. Shut up. Look at his face. He knows.
Steroids for guys that are under 25, it doesn't work. It doesn't work very well because they're still growing. It fucks up your growth plates. Other than that, the odds are basically they're as good as if a girl gets an IUD that she can get it removed later. So essentially 100%, but nobody wants to say 100% just in case. And the fact that everybody's sitting here saying you're basically cutting your nuts off. And I was like, Jesus, like, did anybody even bother to check? Because that was the whole point of this. It's one of your iron rules, be in control of the birth control, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. And I'll tell you the other thing is like the scary part of this is that now that all these guys who are on board with the Manosphere, don't want to be this. The point I was making with like saying, you know, by August of 2021, you had Abba and Preach and all these guys who wanted some of the fresh and fit juice. Now suddenly they're like, oh, we're not part of that manosphere.
That's not true. That's not how that worked at all, Rollo. Okay. Fresh and Fit and you and Donovan, y'all got on a table together talking shit about Abba and Preach. What they didn't expect was Abba showing up on the platform and coming with that paperwork. And he did. We played that on our last episode when Pearl tried to say the exact same bullshit that you're saying right now. Fresh and Fit started that beef. Okay, you were on that show that started that beef. You guys were talking shit about Abba and Preach before Abba and Preach even had anything to do with Fresh and Fit. You guys were. Y'all were mad because they were talking about red pill content, but they weren't even talking about you guys. They were just doing the same videos that y'all would react to. Y'all got mad because they got the bigger following and they were getting more the views than you guys were. And by that time, Fresh was feeling salty. Donnie Boy was feeling salty. You were feeling salty. So y'all sat in your little Red Pill Avenger roundtable and we're dissing Abba and Preach. That's when Abba decided to pull up. Y'all weren't there, but Fresh and Fit were, and Myron was a studying mess. So remind me again, what did I say? And then Fresh was like, oh shit, they caught us. They weren't trying to dip into the manosphere. Y'all pulled them in there. That's what you did. Now you're regretting it because it's looking bad for you. This is so funny. Backstanders 88. Shout out to you for the $2 super chat. It says, cook these boyosphere ninjas. That's all we do here, bro. That's what this channel is all about. We just cook these guys. Francois Garreau, shout out to you for the $2 super chat. He says, Abba and Preach wasn't even part of the manosphere. Facts. They pulled them in here because Abba and Preach reacted to the same videos most manosphere dudes react to. It's just that it's that cringe, right? So because Abba was getting the views, they got mad. But now that Abba and Preach are in here, it's just like, oh, wait a minute. Now these grifters are coming in. Look, now watch him bring up Andrew Tate in just a second.
We never knew ye. You know, they want to like pull themselves away from it and dissociate and distance themselves. A lot of those guys that you still remember right now are the ones who are like the biggest critics who actually like hate on hate on the manosphere right now. But then Tate came in and everybody went, oh, well, Tate's about this and he's talking about the same kind of stuff and blah, blah, blah. And now it's in a bigger effect. Like that was like sort of the dry run for where we're at right now. So you see all these people who were like way on board with the manosphere, way on board with the red pill. And, by the way, I've, tightened things up with Adam Sosnick. I'm going to be.
Oh, now you tighten things up with Sosnick, but you were calling him a bitch for not flying you out and reading your $60 super chat. Y'all is fake as fuck. No wonder you're tightening it up with Adam Sosnick. But you guys pay attention to how slick he was with Rollo? Did y'all pay attention to that? Not Rollo, I'm sorry, with Andrew Tate, right? Y'all see how slick he was with that? I'm going to run that back. But he was talking about with the Tate and blowing things up. And now these guys all of a sudden are doing what we're seeing right now. This is kind of a dry run, right? What he's not mentioning is that Tate, the Tristan Tate and Andrew Tate, they already told y'all, do not associate us with the red pill, bruh. That was a recent tweet. They're done. Rollo made himself look like a tard. They're done. But he's too much of a pussy to say Andrew by name. I'm going to just run that back real quick. Y'all pay attention to this.
Yeah. Now everybody wants, hate on the manosphere right now. But then Tate came in and everybody went, oh, well, Tate's about this and he's talking about the same kind of stuff and blah, blah, blah. And now it's in a bigger effect. Like that was like sort of the dry run for where we're at right now.
And where are we at right now? The red pill's over with. And you're blaming Tate for that? Just because he said he doesn't want to fuck with what you got going on, because it doesn't vibe with his worldview. You are telling men to avoid family creation, and you're trying to sterilize these same men. Andrew Tate, he could talk about, having sex with women, getting money, all that stuff like that, but he's still about family creation, dog. He talks about that too on certain things. Because I wouldn't lie, he's got a family of his own. You exposed that. Thank you for letting us know that, Rollo, because you're too much of an emotional bitch to keep your mouth shut. It is what it is. Actually, I'm sorry. Adam Sosnick exposed it, and now you're going back on Adam Sosnick's show. Yeah, you guys are pathetic. All of you guys are pathetic. But yeah, y'all see the truth. They're coming after everybody.
So you see all these people who were like way on board with the manosphere, way on board with the red pill. And, by the way, I've, tightened things up with Adam Sosnick. I'm going to be on his show next week as well.
Nice.
But these are guys who built their current brands off of getting into the Manosphere. Whatever podcast, Pearl, even Jedediah Bila, who I also like quite a bit, Adam Sosnick. There's a lot of people who just sort of came into this. But what I think you're going to see happen right now is because we're going into the 2024 election cycle, people are going to start leaning towards the culture war. And that's going to be the next narrative. And so they can't be associated with the Manosphere if they're going to promote this idea that we're all in some sort of moral crisis right now.
Yeah, because what you put out there was immoral. And what you guys don't understand is when you saw a lot of these right-leaning conservative guys come in, right? Rollo actually did us a huge favor. He might have done us a big favor because we've been talking about this right-wing conservative grift coming into the Manosphere that's been like injecting a lot of these people's minds with a bunch of these far-right talking points, right? Now, all of a sudden, ever since Rollo's tweet, okay, they have a real problem with the avoid family creation part. Matter of fact, listen, you can make a claim that some of these right-wing guys can vibe with the red pill because they advocate for, the free speech, the right to marry and all that stuff like that. So the red pill, even though they believe in, male irresponsibility, right? Instead of males being responsible, they can kind of grift into talking about traditional women, family creation, right? In fact, that's why they tried to recruit Jordan Peterson in here with Fresh and Fit, right? They tried to talk about the whole family creation part. Men got to be better, all these flowery things. So, of course, it made sense for the red pill to merge with this bigger conservative group and party. But until Rollo did what he did with his dumb tweet, okay, everyone was like, wait a minute, no. We actually like family creation and we want men to find traditional women. Rollo, what are you talking about? You're saying the red pill movement is about sterilizing men and avoiding family creation? Well, we're not about that. That's not the red pill. So what Rollo's trying to do now is blame it on, you see, the reason why these guys aren't fucking with us anymore is because, 2024, the election cycle's coming up, okay? And because the election cycle's coming up, these grifters, okay, they're just gonna use us up and jump ship. Yep. They came in here, they built an audience in the Manosphere space, and now they're just gonna leave. No, they only started doing this after your tweet, Rollo. Your tweet goes against everything. Bruh, I don't think you guys understand how big this is. Rollo shit. I'm sorry, bro. This is too funny. Rollo single-handedly pretty much destroyed any opportunity of this red pill bullshit going mainstream. Because that's what we were worried about for the longest time. We were just like, this massive grift that's coming in here. Rollo may have potentially done that. Now, is it going to be over with forever? No, not necessarily, because Pearl's still going to be doing that shit. We got to get on her. Fresh and Fit, they're going to be on that same grift, so we got to get on them. So, realistically, that grift is still going to happen. It's all going to happen without Rollo. And he's mad. That's why you have to block Sneako. Let's continue. This is too good. This is just too damn good.
So they're looking for a villain. I'm happy to give you that villain. I will.
Hey, listen, bro. You too weak to be a villain. You're too much. I said that in your chat. You too much of a bitch to be a villain, bro. I don't know why you acting like, everyone's gonna attack me now because they just want a villain. No, you did something stupid and you refuse to take responsibility for it. You're not a villain. You're a bozo.
We'll give you that fucking villain every fucking time because you know what I will do? I will rub your fucking noses in it.
You got some pretty good heel work. I'll give you that. You're not quite Ric Flair, but you're getting there.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I say Adam isn't red pill. Yeah, I tell you what, he was red pill until he wasn't red pill. Right? He was all about the material. Like when I met him back in 2022, like February 2022.
And I hate when people say they're red pill too. It's like just another identity. It's like, really?
They don't even know.
I thought we just went through this.
Yeah. Yeah. And so like it's the same thing. So when people say, well, what's a high value man? That's like me trying to explain to you like what the red pill is in like an elevator pitch.
Bruh, you are the godfather of the red pill. You should be able to explain the red pill in an elevator pitch. An elevator pitch is pretty much a brief summary of what it is you're all about. Whether you're giving a summary about the company you're starting up, you're giving a summary about whatever meeting you have on Monday at your work. Either way, you are an expert in your department, so you should be able, when asked what is a high value man, you should give us a brief elevator pitch of what a high value man means. The fact that you've been allowed to write books, multiple books, make millions of dollars off of this shit, but can't explain what the fuck is in any of these, you're a fraud. You're a fraud. You made money off of these young guys and you can't even give us an elevator pitch of what it means to be a high value man. So who the fuck cares about your book? Who the fuck cares about you? I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep a straight face. Like, this is this is too bad. This is really bad. Look at this guys. Listen to this guy's excuse. Asking me what a high value man is. It's like having me give an elevator pitch on a red pill. Like, yeah. You should give us an elevator pitch on a red pill. Not only have you been preaching the whole high value concept, alpha and bullshit, and you can't tell me you weren't talking about all that alpha nonsense because that's in your book, dumbass. All right, so you've been preaching this alpha male, you've been preaching this high value nonsense, right? You were talking about hypergamy. Matter of fact, aren't you the one that coined the term hypergamy? You said that, right? It's all in your book. You made millions of dollars off of selling this bullshit to young men. And you're going to sit there after you done got exposed and tell us that you can't even, as the godfather of Red Pill, I'm sorry, Manosphere, you can't give us a brief elevator pitch on what that is? This is just case in point why you're done. Listen, I don't think the Red Pill's done, but Rollo is. I think he is, all right? He definitely set the movement back, right? But he's done. He's done. I'm gonna just run that back one more time. Back standard 88. Shout out to you for the $5 super chat. He says, I remember a Red Pill podcast years ago that actually said women were nervous that men would choose dolls instead of them. Yeah, like these guys are getting freaky, bro. It's like, really? Women will be jealous of you fucking a doll over them? Yeah, okay, get real, fellas. No, seriously, get real. I think you think they'll get jealous of that, but I think the deep down, you're probably just worried you're going to love the doll too damn much to actually even care about dealing with the real women. And some of y'all don't want to face that truth, but it is. Once y'all start fucking with these dolls because you're not getting no play, you're going to like those dolls more than real women. And you think they're going to be mad about it? Nah, bruh. That's not how the real world works.
And then the marketing guy's like, that's exactly what I meant. Here's some merch. And you're like, yeah, fuck you, frontal lobe. Limbic brain's got to buy some merch. So just by using the term, you guys are like falling into that marketing trap, which sucks because that's how you got here in the first place.
Yeah.
Listening too much to marketing people tell you like, oh, just buy her flowers, bro. Oh, you just got to get that surgery for your legs, bro. Everybody's selling you something that'll get you chicks. That's how we used to sell lotion to chicks in the 60s, for fuck's sakes. Remember that? Yeah. You're going to be ugly and no man will want you. Buy this merch. And the girls are like, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, let's try it on full-grown fucking men.
Yep.
That's what you guys are doing. Your buddy Rollo sold 3 books, made millions of dollars selling the same marketing bullshit to young men. Coining phrases like hypergamy, all right? She's gonna leave you for the next guy or whatever it is he puts in his goddamn book, right? Ladies game, if you want to talk about chapter 2, all right? Beta game, if you want to talk about chapter 5. Qualities of the prince, if you want to talk about chapter 6. AFC social conventions, if you want to talk about chapter 7. So he's selling the grift. This is all marketing for him. Y'all are proving us right.
It's embarrassing. I would be embarrassed if I like unironically was like, high value man is something. But there's guys in the chat, man. No shame. Like, fuck it, let's do it. High value man. I don't know, what's the newest one? It's obviously money. Everybody loves saying money. Not realizing that I think we've had how many talks where we're just sleeping, like when your mattress on the floor stage of your life is when you tended to get the most girls. Yeah. So you know it's not money. Yeah. If it was money, Bill Gates would be getting poon.
Yeah, there's a minimal IQ for the bottom position in the army. That is true. Thank you. I'm going to get to super chats here in just a second, but like I wanted to point out just to finish this thought. This has been. I told you guys just from the Rollo told you it would be like this. Told you, right? Rollo done told you that the Manosphere is. You won't recognize the Manosphere by August of this year. If I was
no thanks to you, jackass. We don't understand it now because you don't know what a high value man is.
Wrong about anything, it's like happening sooner than August.
Because you tweeted. That's why it's happening sooner than August. You're taking credit for your own destruction. This is funny. This is like, oh my God, this is bad. You take down the Manosphere and you're taking credit for it, and the people in your chat are gonna believe you? This is your fault. You're the reason why it's falling apart. You didn't predict this. You made sure it happened. And then you're only selling it as a prediction after everyone's leaving because you said something stupid. This is cope on like level 9,000, okay? This is beyond Goku level, okay? This is beyond Dragon Ball Z, bro. You over level that we don't even know where the fuck you are right now. We don't. And a matter of fact, I think it'd be the best thing to not know where you're coming from, because we should just leave you in the backwaters of the Manosphere where you belong, okay? You came after DJ Academics, you came after a couple other people, even Adam Sosnick. None of this shit worked out for you. Now you're going crawling back to Adam Sosnick after you said all that shit you said about him. You're a bitch. Oh my God. Like, I can't even... Okay, let me get to the super chat real quick, guys. Let's get it. Beats are cool. Shout out to you. After Rollo's pathetic downfall, what do you think the future of Fresh and Fish channel is going to be like without Rollo? Guaranteed, it's going to be without Rollo. You're going to see him less and less, and they'll be stupid. Especially the debate that they have coming up tonight, all right? If Rollo does not handle himself efficiently, he's done. This is his last chance. I'm not going to miss that debate, too. We're going to make sure we'll catch that, because we're going to cover that, too, okay? We covering every part of this saga. You're not missing nothing, all right? So his career is going to be done, all right? You're going to see him less and less on Fresh and Fit. He'll probably go more on Adam Sosnick and some of the Valuetainment. So that's why we got to keeping the boot on Valuetainment's neck, because they're still grifting in here, and Rollo's going to be the best chance at it. But realistically, if Fresh and Fit, they're going to continue doing the same thing they've always made him money. This modern woman bullshit. So we gotta keep calling them out. They're not done with, because Fresh and Fit are spawning offsprings like whatever podcast and that little shitbag that started cursing at women because they rated him a 2. All right, there are a lot of spin-offs coming off, but yes, the Red Pill is not dying. They're just moving on from Rollo. It's the God honest truth, okay? Dre Click, you should do a watch party to do that Rollo versus Destiny debate at 8 p.m. Central. I should not. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see me do another stream, doing a watch party on that stream. If I do that, then I probably won't stream tomorrow. I will stream my other channel, though. Actually, that'll give me more of a motivation to stream on my other channel. But yeah, put a 1 in the chat if you want to see it. Put a 0 if you want me to cover it later. I can do a watch party if y'all want me to. We can. Oh, this is going to be bad. This is going to be real bad, bro. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see that. Let's make sure. Oh, shit, look at these ones. Fuck, I guess we're doing it. All right, so we gotta get through this stream now. Let's get through this stream so I can get ready for that.
That's the scary part, man. That was what happened in the 2016 run, is that the competition is so fierce, everybody starts getting more desperate and doing crazy shit. And I have a feeling in the next 6 months, we're going to be at the Andy Worski melting wax onto his nipples live with JF Garapy doing that thing that his cease and desist letter said now we're supposed to talk about anymore.
Right.
And then once you guys start seeing your guys like completely jump the shark, it's 6 months and everybody's going to be Stefan Molyneux to that great empty egg carton in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee it. In fact, didn't you even say yourself, like you think like, who was it? Pearl and one of the other ones is probably on their way out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I was going to tell you is that, and don't worry, I'm going to get to that one here too. This is too good. No, I mean, so if you're looking at Pearl, if you're looking at whatever podcast, and I'm actually going out there and meeting Brian, he's actually not a bad guy. I think he's sort of like flying by the seat of his pants, but
which one's Brian?
He's the guy that runs whatever podcast. I had a really good time there too.
Oh, the sex doll.
He's not a bad guy, but you've called him a grifter multiple times on your show. You're so pathetic, Rollo. This is sad coming from a guy like you.
Podcast guy. Gotcha.
Yeah, we had some really good conversations there. And of course, I knew for a fact, like the girl who was in, by the way, the girl who was like in that video with the glasses on, like no lenses in your glasses.
So, the one with the schoolgirl outfit?
So you're going to give me shit for wearing a beanie or a hat all the time, and you're not going to give that bitch shit for wearing glasses with no fucking
adorable.
At least my glasses have lenses. I need these things.
I'm wearing it as a gimmick to stay in character where I can be an asshole. That's the only reason I'm wearing these.
I think
You guys sound pathetic. Oh my god. The guy on the whatever podcast, he didn't talk about that girl that didn't have the glasses. I got glasses and the beanie, and y'all didn't say nothing about her, but y'all said something about me. Well, I wear these glasses because I'm just trying to look cool. You guys sound like you're going through a midlife crisis, and it's bad, okay? Rollo, I could be talking a lot more about your beanie. I could be talking about your shoe polish brown fucking dye or hair dye you got on your head that don't even match your beard. I mean, come on. We got this bozo over here who I don't know. I can't tell if he's an idiot or just plain stupid. Maybe they're both the same thing. I don't know. But either way, you're one of those two. You're telling me that this guy's wearing sunglasses indoors. I mean, how much of a douche do you have to be to do that? I mean, listen, guys, I'm sorry. These guys sound like a couple of bros that are going through a really tough time in their life right now. And the Manosphere is the best place for them to fulfill a bunch of their, whatever. I don't know what the hell you would even call this, all right? What do you call this? Listen, at least those young girls who are wearing those glasses, they're wearing those glasses for a reason, okay? They're young, okay? That's just what it is. They can get away with it. Listen, I'm sorry. We can't make an excuse for a 56, 57-year-old man, all right, who's wearing a beanie all the time and dressed like an 80s rock star. It seems like you're trying to relive a glory day that's probably never going to come. All right, I'm sorry. That's what it looks like right now. You're not a rock star anymore, Rollo. You're 50. You're 50. All right, enough's enough. Give up the Corvette. Oh, actually, you can keep the Corvette. I know it's yellow. I know you got a yellow Corvette somewhere, bro. That's what all these middle-aged midlife crisis do. They gotta have a Corvette. It's probably yellow. You gotta have something bright to get the attention of the young people, right? That's Rollo Tomassi, okay? Listen, I'm sorry. You're 50. Your rock star days are over, all right? Just give it up. Stop. Stop trying to relive your days, okay? You both look pathetic. I'm sorry I had to roast him for a little bit. I had to. I just had to. Shout out to the drip. The drip's in the building. Let's get it, man.
I wonder, like, what's the logic behind it? Is there any logic behind that? Like, is it like, I think I'm an intellectual with no lenses in your glasses?
Dude, that's the thing with identity, though. It's all about symbology. Like with identity, if you make your identity before you've done any work to achieve it, that's textbook definition narcissistic fantasy. And defective women that are acting like men, absolutely narcissism. And that's the default for guys for men. That's where everybody gets their little spurg outs and unironic, like getting canceled because they're doing something stupid, all of that. And the problem with the fantasy is you have to build symbols.
Yeah,
So yeah, they're not glasses, they're a sign of intelligence. Doesn't matter if they have lenses in them or not. No, that's his glasses. Same as girls, like the East Indian meme. Remember the hot blondes? Blondes aren't a woman to that kind of crowd. Blonde is like a symbol of having made it. It's a status thing. She could be a 300-pound lard ass with a blonde wig, but nope, it's a blonde chick.
Doesn't matter. Pamela Anderson, baby.
Yeah. It's all about these weird symbols. It's all about this weird, vague, put whatever you feel into this thing. And it's always about like selling you something. It's a girl selling you on, I want to have babies after the third date. I'm going to make you wait 3 months to have sex. Buy this merch, all of it. Everybody wants, it was like a Chateau Artiste line. Everybody wants something from you. And everybody wants to pay as little as possible to get it. And your job as a man is to make sure they're getting like market rates. His reference was something about stabbing you in the heart with the short end of the stick. But...
Bro, you getting cut by your own chat, dog. He says, Ryan looks like my abusive uncle who took me to his guest bedroom. Oh my God, dog. He does look like that guy. Oh my God. It looks like he does a lot of coke too. I won't be surprised if this dude does a lot of blow. Is there some blow in the bookshelves back there? I'm pretty sure there's some blow back there. He looks like that guy, bro.
Man is to make sure they're getting like market rates. His reference was something about stabbing you in the heart with the short end of the stick, but I don't want to steal it wholesale. I can't recall exactly how it went.
Yeah, I'm going to do super. Actually, let's do super chats right now. I got to get these out of the way.
Actually, there was a good one in there.
StreamYard, please put back at 17 women. Tells us that we're headed toward point. Let's see if I can.
Happy place. Come here, experience life. It's like that moment.
This is great. Okay, so more to that point, Fenicio. Here's the great thing is like all these people who came at me and they go, Rollo, don't you know that we're below fertility rates in the United States? And if you're teaching guys to have vasectomies at 20, you're part of the problem. No, I'm not. Okay, here. Fertility rates have been below replacement since 1971.
You dumb fuck. How is you telling men to go get vasectomies in their 20s? How is that going to help your chart? You're supposed to be doing the opposite of that, you dummy. So, no. Your audience were right. You are contributing to that. You coming over here and putting up some bullshit graph that already knew what we all knew what was happening with our demographic doesn't mean shit. If anything, it goes further to prove our point. The demographic sucks right now in Western countries. But you putting up a tweet saying that men should get the vasectomy in their 20s, effectively sterilizing them, that's not helping this little crazy chart you're putting up to make a bullshit point to spite us. You're like, is this guy stupid or just stupid? I can't, dude. I can't do this, dude. I like, honestly, I feel dumb. Guys, I feel stupid. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I feel like I'm being lied to. Not only am I being lied to, because I already know the truth, but I just feel dumb, bro. Like, at least he's trying to make me feel dumb, right? But I know the truth. You see what I'm saying? It's weird. You're pulling up this fertility rate that's showing what we already know, but your tweet in the same breath on 2023, okay, this was recent, Rollo, it's your account, is telling men to get vasectomies, effectively sterilizing a bunch of 20-year-old, which contributes to this bullshit graph that you're putting up that you're ironically trying to make a point across. Oh my God, does anyone... Ill Doctrine, another OG. Welcome to the stream. Shout out to you, bro. He says, over 1 year, a couple having random sex 3.5 times a week has a 4% chance of producing a pregnancy. Most of her cycle, you can go raw dog and 100% save. Work with your lady to know her cycle and use protection when she's fertile. That's true, but I would just play it safe. For a lot of these dudes that don't have self-control, just wear a condom, okay? Don't sterilize yourself. Rollo's an idiot. I'm just being real with y'all. Let's continue.
The time to be worried about this was probably 10, 20 years before you were even fucking born. So don't come at me for a tweet that is clearly me trolling your dumb asses.
Whoa! But earlier in the stream, you said it was necessary. You said the tweet was there to start conversations. Hold on, what time frame are we on so I can go back to what he said? This is 52:41. Y'all remind me. Let's go back to this.
People who know, if you know, you know. Every time I look at that, I hear his words in the back of my head. You know, like I remember when he was saying, "Stay away from Stefan Molyneux. Don't be in the same room as Mike Cernovich and Stefan Molyneux, because if there's even one picture of you with those guys together, that's what people will go to and use it to define your character." And he saw right through that shit like immediately. And, you know, he was already kind of on his way out of the 21 convention by the time all the shit went down. But like very wise beyond his days. In fact, he was the one who told me this is that the first one to get emotional loses. Mm-hmm. And there was one time, people know this story too. There was this one time I was on his terrestrial immediately after the show, like pull themselves away from it and dissociate and distance themselves. A lot of those guys that you still remember right now are the ones who are like the biggest. Oh, in 21 you had the Manosphere. Yeah. Don't want to be. The other thing is like the
point of this is cutting. The odds are 25 ability bad. Days are funny part. I remember that.
Apologize for the vasectomy part of it. You know, not because I didn't intend to do what I did here. I miss him dearly. But yeah, I mean, so like every now and then I'll hear like Pat's words kind of ringing in my ear, and yeah, I am kind of hearing them right now because it's not because I didn't intend to do what I did, right? I didn't. Right. It's not like I didn't. It's not like sorry guys, it was just a goof. It wasn't a goof. That tweet wasn't a fucking goof. And you should just apologize for the vasectomy part of it. And you know what Pat Campbell would say? You should just apologize for the It was just tend to do what I did. Right. I didn't.
Right.
It's not like I didn't. It's not like sorry guys, it was just a goof. It wasn't a goof. That tweet wasn't a fucking goof. And you should just apologize.
It wasn't a goof? So the tweet was serious, right? We're gonna fast forward to the other part. So the tweet was serious, but all of a sudden it's a troll. Which one is it, bro? Make up your goddamn mind. I'm gonna play this one more time, then we can get back to where we started. But like, realistically, Rollo, you're the one who's taking us for a goddamn joke right now, okay? You just said earlier in the stream the tweet was a serious tweet. It wasn't a joke. And then later on, you're saying it's a joke. You're a clown. I'm gonna play this one more time, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. I didn't.
Right.
It's not like I didn't. It's not like sorry guys, it was just a goof. It wasn't a goof. That tweet wasn't a fucking goof. And you should just apologize for the vasectomy part of it. And you know what Pat Campbell would say? Never apologize for jack shit, especially for an asshat. I don't care if you're conservative or you're leftist. You're still cut from the same fucking cloth. Never fucking apologize.
Thank you. All right, let's see what you're saying over here, because what you're saying over here doesn't make any sense, bruh.
Tells us we're headed towards 17-1 again.
We are not. We'll be dead before any of this stuff comes up. What is we?
You know, I tell you, here's the funny thing. I've got this on more to this point. Let's see if I can bring this up real quick here.
Remember the Fight Club scene with the lie burning on his hand, where he's like, "Stop going to your fucking happy place. Come here, experience life." It's like that moment.
This is great. Okay, so more to that point, Fenicio. Here's the great thing is like all these people who came at me and they go, Rollo, don't you know that we're below fertility rates in the United States? And if you're teaching guys to have vasectomies at 20, you're part of the problem. No, I'm not. Okay, here. Fertility rates have been below replacement since 1971. The time to be worried about this was probably 10, 20 years before you were even fucking born. So don't come at me for a tweet that is clearly me trolling your dumb asses. Okay.
Well, wasn't that when your trolls to one of the
your dumb ass tweet that don't come at me for a tweet that is clearly me trolling your dumb asses. Okay.
Which is it? Is it a very important tweet, or are you trolling our dumbasses? Because from our perspective, you're looking stupid. You're contradicting yourself, and this dumbass calling himself Ryan Stone is too dumb to pick it up, or he's just caping for you because he's an idiot. Yeah, Ryan, you're stupid. I'm sorry, bro. Anyone that capes for this shit, and then listen, I'm sorry. If I was his friend doing him a solid, I would be like, yo, Rollo, mute the mic real quick, and let's talk backstage because you kind of just contradicted yourself. Is it a troll or was that a serious tweet? You're going back and forth. On one hand, you're saying you don't want to apologize for a serious tweet, and then on the other hand, you're saying you're trolling our dumbasses. So you got to be consistent here, Rollo. What's going on? What is happening? Nope. Nobody's holding this guy accountable. Okay, I get it. It's fine.
Well, wasn't that when your trolls to one of the chicks that was talking about that? You're like, well, technically, if you wanted to fix that, you had to stop working on your career and go pop some out. Or something. I can't remember who it was. It was one of those suit ladies.
More to that point is the one thing that I got, and Sneako, by the way, it wasn't Sneako. Sneako just like retweeted this shit, but it's like, I forget who the chick was. It might have been Erudite. It might have been, maybe it wasn't Lauren Southern. It was one of these other conservative. I don't know. I can't keep.
Oh, yeah, I'm not like the other girls
anymore. But they're like, oh yeah, Rollo. Like they don't want to mention me, but you say vasectomy. You like just fucking say my name, right? I mean,
your Pokemon card's getting it's getting reach.
I love how everybody like, oh well, there's this guy, in vasectomy guy. Like, come on, man. Like,
And
at
the
least
first
have
comment on it's always
fucking
say my name,
right,
bitch.
my
That
name.
little card. I love that
I'm
thing.
not going through this bullshit so that you cannot say my name on your retweets. Please do. Like, I mean, that's all. That's a silver lining in all of this.
I'm getting cooked right now, but please give me the clout. Please. Why don't you guys say my name? I need something to make up for this monumental blunder I found myself in. I'm Rollo Tomasi, and I don't know how to get out of this bullshit. That's what's happening right now. That's what's happening, okay? All right? He's getting mad because the people who are clowning him listen, they have so little respect for you. They're like, fuck this guy. Why do we even have to say his name? Let's ignore him. Let's just talk about how heinous what he said was, because we have a civic duty to do that. But let's just ignore him. And now he's mad because they wouldn't use his name. You're pathetic, dude. I wouldn't use your name for shit. Matter of fact, I don't even know why I'm using your name at this point. But like realistically, you're that pathetic, bro. You really are. If Lauren Southern and all these other people don't want to use your name, pretty soon, a lot of people who you thought you were better than, they don't give a fuck anymore. You're done, Rollo. I think this is the end. I'm sorry. You brought this on yourself.
But so the idea, and again, he retweeted this, is that vasectomies are basically trans surgery.
Oh yeah,
Really?
that was. Does he even think before he tweets, or was it just like
not.
this
It's
is like all? It's like an SEO optimized tweet.
He'll
Like
parrot back whatever anybody, whoever he's following. He'll just parrot that back. That's
Yeah.
pretty much the whole thing. Like he's
Vasectomies are Bud Light, Dylan, trans. It's like send tweet.
Well, Sneako is all brand. That's all there is to him. There's nothing else. There's nothing underneath. It's like there's no substance. It's just all brand.
Well, everybody knows that.
Oh, now Sneako is just all brand. You see how he's going at Sneako now? He's mad. You could tell this man he hates Sneako. He will never forgive Sneako for what Sneako did. He hates Sneako. It's that bad, okay? It's not. These guys are mad, okay? Now he's saying, well, Sneako. Okay, Sneako was all brand. Okay, why didn't you say it when he was on your red pill shit, right? When he was on the red pill hustle, why didn't you call him out on it, Rollo? Well, you didn't call him out on it because it benefited your talking points. But the moment he now turned against you, now he's all brand. You see, what would have had people taking you more seriously if you would have been calling out Sneako when he was on this red pill grift that he was on? And realistically, if you were going to call him out now, even after your blunder, you would have still looked like you were being consistent. But you didn't, because when he was sucking on the red pill and all y'all toes and shit, all right, you guys said nothing. You didn't even want to hold him accountable for his bullshit. But now that he's calling you out on your bullshit, now Sneako's just nothing but brand? Of course he's nothing but brand. What does that make Fresh and Fit? Matter of fact, what does that make you think, you stupid fuck? Oh my god. I'm sorry if I'm like overly like, this guy has LARPed as a genius for over 2 decades, okay? In this red pill shit. And we've allowed him to LARP as a genius or a pseudo-intellect, or not a pseudo-intellectual, but he's been LARPing as an intellectual for almost 2 decades in the red pill space. I'm taking this. Every opportunity I get to call this guy an idiot, I'm calling him an idiot, because you pretended to be a genius and lord your credentials over all these unsuspecting young men for almost 2 decades. You reap what you sow. Was it show or sow? You reap what you sow, bozo.
Remember when he first, like his first thing that he got started on was like going after Cuties as being the greatest film ever, and he loved it, and he didn't think it was really that bad. It was basically all about it, like the child diddling, because there's like everybody pissed off, and then there's like 500 people calling him a fucking idiot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's all he's ever done. What's the stupidest thing I can do that'll get people yelling at me?
Yeah, but he wasn't a Muslim then, so like the Cuties thing didn't hit the same way, I guess.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's devout Muslim now.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, I'm a Muslim now. Takes a swig of whiskey. You're like, all right.
So how that?
Oh, now y'all talking about all this. What about Andrew Tate? All of a sudden, he's a Muslim now. Y'all said nothing while they were doing this. Y'all supported it. Now it's against you, and you're mad. You're mad. All of a sudden, he's not a real Muslim. He's just doing that. We been called that out. You just looking like a hurt girlfriend.
that works? I don't know.
Oh, dude, it's not Mish. That's the greatest. He's Muslim, so he can point out. He's like, this guy just broke like 8 Quran commandments in the tweet saying he was Muslim alone.
I know Abu American and was it a chat? Who's the guy in our other chat group? Chat of Arabia. Yeah.
Mish.
Yeah, like me. She's like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Why are you even hanging out with this guy? Because what is it? The destiny's a sodomite, right? Oh, don't get near that dude. So like the whole thing about like the transfer, like, that's getting a vasectomy is like getting a transfer. Like that's the conflation. That's what you want people to associate with that, with all of that. Mm-hmm. And the answer is yes, that's what they want to do. And so, of course, my response to that is, well, in that case, by that logic, any woman who's had a tubal ligation gets her tubes tied.
An IUD is trans surgery.
Man, now.
Birth control is transitioning drugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whatever.
Let's see. Uterine ablation? Like, yeah. Now you might as well be a dude.
Heck, a pap smear. Let's go for broke. Tonsillitis is trans surgery now. Fuck it.
Maybe, right? You can get you get throat cancer from giving a blowjob now. Is that how it is? What's funny is like I saw people like jumping on those stats about like if you like oral sex is causing this pandemic of throat cancer. Like how old that story is? Like I remember when that first came out. Me and Pat
is that a real thing
about that? I don't think so. I think it's probably just if it is, it's like so minuscule that like. Oh, you have throat cancer. Okay. Let's hear. Here's the checklist of things so that we can track you. Do you drink? Yes, quite a bit. Do you get blowjobs? Well, yes, quite a bit. Like that's one of the item things that they make them fill out. It's
statistics. Got it. That's all you had to say. Statistics, of course.
And by the way, if anybody thinks like, Rollo, he's overreacting. He's a radical or he's a reactionary, whatever. Like, dude, it's only going to get worse. This is just the tip of the iceberg. This is
what time out. What could be worse than you recommending a bunch of guys in their 20s to get vasectomies? What could you be talking about? Because I've always had my suspicions about some of these dudes in the Manosphere. So what are you talking about? How much worse are we talking about here, right? I mean, you're isolating a bunch of guys from women. You're getting them in a whole bunch of group with other men, and they're doing nothing else but complimenting their faces. They're meat rating each other. All right, the red pill has turned into a cesspool of men just jerking each other off. How could it be worse than you advocating for mass sterilization? What else could you be talking about here? What do you have planned for the red pill? Because I've had my suspicions, but you tell me. Because a lot of these dudes, they're not right in the head. Okay? Some of them, they're so much of an incel, they're going out on killing sprees. Is that what you're talking about too? Like, how much worse could it get? The guy who went on a killing spree blamed your girl Pearly. That used to be your pupil, Rollo. How much worse are you talking about here? I'm gonna keep playing. I'm done.
This is the fun part. The scary part's coming right after August.
The scary part for me is these are the same people that were like anti-vaccine for scientific reasons, and science has to rule, and they didn't do any science. Now they're ranting about this stuff. It's so annoying because I know a lot of people just buy into it hook, line, and sinker because they aren't paying attention. It's just background noise.
It is serious. Stop giving Hummers. Okay, so if you're a guy and like you like to go down on your girl, does that give you throat cancer too? Because technically that's oral sex, right?
If I see a guy talking about like blowjobs are bad on Twitter talking to men, I will go postal. Like of all the sabotaging things, the feminism, the don't go to college, like don't give men blowjobs. That's wrong. Don't ever take one. That is the worst. How could you do that to your fellow man? What kind of psychopath traitor does that to... I can't even fumble the word.
I'm sorry. So, do you want to give the guys the blowjobs? I'm sorry. Who's giving blowjobs to who here? Y'all are sus as fuck, bro. I'm sorry. Y'all some sus people, though. I can't.
I'm going to mumble this up. Guys, if anybody tells you never to get a Hummer, I want you to punch them in the neck. On Minecraft.
On Minecraft.
In Minecraft, yeah.
Yeah, I want to clarify
Jesus.
that. Wait, yes.
I don't care how much merch they're selling. Don't buy it.
Thanks, ML. Yeah, you're the first $50 or 50 pounds, whatever the hell that is. Hi, Rollo. You always insisted on no prescriptions. If you see a dissonance between a tweet and no prescription, maybe it's time to ask yourself why and begin to think subtly and second degree. Subtlety and second degree. Yeah, subtext. Introduction of every book I have ever read or written, I say the same thing. I'm not in the business of making men better men. Okay, I am not in the business of making you better men. I am not in the self-men. I am kind of peripherally, but like I'm not. That's not my goal. My mission is not so that you will follow these steps, my 12 rules for life, and you're going to be a Tomasi man. I don't want that. I don't want robots. I don't want cultists. I don't want any of that shit.
You're not there.
You're fuck. Then why write 3 books talking about the iron rules of Tomasi? Oh, I'm sorry. Can I go back to? I gotta do this. Hold up. I gotta do this, bro. You talking about you not that guy, huh? You not that guy, huh? But chapter 9. What does that say, y'all? What does that say? The iron rules of Tomasi. The iron rules of Tomasi. Rule number 1. Frame is everything. Y'all see that? Frame is everything. Always be aware of the subconscious bounds of whose frame in which you're I can't do this backwards. Whose frame in which you're operating, right? That's rule number 1, but he's not in the business of selling you advice. I'm sorry. Okay. Iron rule number 2. We gonna hold up. Iron rule number 2. We gonna expose this dude today, bro. He gonna get exposed. Iron rule number 2. Can y'all see this? Iron rule number 2. What did that say? Can y'all read that? All right. It says, never under pain of death, honestly or dishonestly, reveal the number of women you slept with or explain any detail of your sexual experience with them with a current lover. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, y'all see number 3 right here. All right, this is the bozo that says he's not in the business of selling you advice or selling you self-help. All right, self-help number 3. It says any woman who makes you wait for sex or by her actions implies she's making you wait for sex, the sex is never worth the wait. Oh, let's keep going. This gets crazier. Iron rule number 4. Okay, this is an iron rule. Rule by definition means you want someone to follow it, and by follow it, it's the people who are reading this bullshit. Okay, never under any circumstances live with the woman you aren't married to or are planning to marry within 6 months. Oh, let's go. Oh, we gonna keep going. Iron rule number 5. Y'all get me, yeah? Y'all seeing this crap, yeah? Iron rule of Tomasi 5. Never allow women to be in control of the birth. Oh, this is where we're talking about abortion, or this is where we're talking about vasectomies. Yeah, you see, since his first book, he's been preaching this garbage to men. A lot of guys read this shit, they will get a vasectomy, and you wonder why the fertility rate's down. You bozo. Let's keep going, bruh. Iron rule number 6. Y'all see that? Number 6. Let's see this. Women are fundamentally incapable of loving a man in the way that man expects to be loved by a woman. That's you. Oh my God. We not done. Iron rule number 7 of Tomasi. Okay? It's always time and effort to better spent developing relationship with new, fresh, prospective women than it will ever be in attempting to reconstruct a failed relationship. Iron rule number 8. Now, always let a woman figure out why she won't fuck you. Never do it for her. Number 8, stupid, bro. Let's continue. Number 9. Okay, never seriously self-deprecate with the woman you intend to be intimate with. But this guy has the balls to come up here saying he's not in the business of self-help. You're not in the business of self-help, but grifted and made millions off of self-help. So when we called you a grifter, Rollo, we weren't lying. You just admitted that because you're stupid. You're not in the self-help business, yet you've grifted off of self-help, selling millions of copies of your bogus crap to young men who now have vasectomies that are irreversible, and those guys aren't going to come forward because it's too embarrassing for them. I'm kind of mad now. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm kind of mad, bro. I can't believe he said that. I can't believe we just sat here and let this dude just come up there and lie. You just lying, bro. You are a liar. That's what you are. You just sat up here and lied, said you're not in the business of self-help, but you wrote all these books, you profited off of self-help, and now that you're catching the heat for the bullshit tweet that you decided to put out there as this pseudo-intellectual, now all of a sudden you're not in the business of self-help? Come on, bro. What do you take us for? Seriously.
I'll also say this.
Is that as much as I've tried, right? I in every introduction of every book I have ever read or written, I say the same thing. I'm not in the business of making men better men. Okay. I am not in the business of making you better men. I am not in the self-men. I am kind of peripherally, but like, I am not, that's not my goal. My mission is not so that you will follow these steps, my 12 rules for life, and you're going to be a Tomasi man. I don't want that. I don't want robots. I don't want cultists. I don't want any of that shit.
You're not their fucking dad.
I am in this business to educate you, to equip you, and to give you the tools that you need so you can become the best, so you can actually build what you have.
So, I'm sorry, stupid. If they're taking that tools from you and your whole point of your books is to give them the tools, aren't you then in the direct business of helping these very same men out? Because you're writing tools at the end of the day, right? All he's doing, guys, is rephrasing what he actually is. He's a self-help grifter. That's it. And he just got called out because one of his ideas didn't work out very well, and he doesn't want to take responsibility. So now he's blaming you for actually listening to him. Actually, realistically, it should be the audience that should feel ashamed of themselves. It should be guys like Fresh and Fit that should be ashamed of themselves for promoting a guy like Rollo this entire time. Are you kidding me? You write a book listing out rules, iron laws of Tomasi. And you're selling it online. I'm sure in this video right now, there's probably a link to your Amazon. So you're actively promoting this shit right now. Look at it, The Rational Mail. Look at that, the book, The Rational Mail. Do you see that? That's a book link right there. You're actively promoting something, dude, that you're then in the same breath saying, I'm actually not in the business to help you, but you're making money. Dog, you're the definition of a grifter. Like, if someone were to write a textbook definition on grifting, you are it. You are it. So that means all of this crap, you didn't mean it. You didn't mean any of this. It was just another way for you to make money. All these young men, these poor suckers that bought into your rules, bought into all this crap, only to find a loser at the end of the tunnel that can't even take responsibility for his own actions. This is crazy to me. I can't believe he's saying this, guys. Chat, a lot of y'all who are his followers should be pissed off. Seriously, you should be angry that he just had the balls to say, I never wrote rules. I actually don't want you to follow me because I don't want to build a cult. Nigga, all you did was build a cult. All of these people who are following you, all 200,000 of them, they're cultists. They're cult members. All because of your stupid gay little book. I'm sorry, dude. This is what it is. You did what exactly you set out to do. And now that you got called out, you're getting mad. I never intended for you guys to follow me. Please don't take my advice. All I'm doing is giving you the tools so then if you like the advice I'm giving, you can then take that same advice and then you can become better men. But it's not my advice. I'm not giving it to you. Don't listen to me. You must be like this level of stupid to really fall for that. I'm not kidding. I'm like legitimately not kidding. Shout out to you, Be Too Cool. Shout out to you for the $5 super chat. He says, this is the red pill self-genocide. LOL. And Rollo is just throwing it all away. Facts. He's killing his own movement, but he's blaming you guys for doing it. Like all he has to do. Listen, this debate that's about to go down, I'm about to hop off in just a second, guys, but this debate that's about to go down is gonna make or break him. It's gonna have to make or break him, because if he does not come out on top in this debate and explain what a high value man is, it's dunzo, finito, no more. Okay, no more. It's over. He killed it. Let's continue.
If you're watching this show for the first time, and I know probably a lot of people are because they want to hear me talk shit about people, so let me disappoint you here really quickly, okay? when I'm talking about stuff, or I'm giving data and statistics, or Mike Sartain is quoting for the umpteenth time Dr. David Buss and the Evolution of Desire, or whatever the fuck the book is he's quoting from, we're not telling you what to fucking do. You are telling yourself to do that. And then, by the way, I'm stealing this quote from Rob Henderson, but you can't tell people anything like data-wise. You can't tell them information. You can't give people information.
Whoa. Time out. What's data about this? There's no data involved in any of the statement right here, you crazy person. What are you talking about? Pure Goose says, you were one of his cult followers, that's why you own his books, LOL. No. Unlike you, when I do research on people, I do research. I'm not going to criticize Rollo and his books without actually reading it, because then what the hell am I criticizing? That would make me ignorant. See, that's how I know you're a stupid dummy. Like, you sound dumb, bro. Like, how the fuck? Like, do you read your own comment? I'm clowning this guy right now. I've always clowned this guy. Matter of fact, when I came out swinging, the first video I did came out swinging on this guy because I already had the background knowledge. I knew he was a dummy. It's the people who bought it and followed him didn't realize it yet. Hey, don't get mad because I'm holding up the mirror, all right? Then look at all the people I expose in this channel, all right? I don't just expose them off of rumors, all right? There's a reason why we don't get canceled over here, because we do things by the book. Literally. I'm not going to sit here and defame Rollo if what I'm saying isn't facts. What I'm saying is facts. Y'all niggas are just dumb because y'all read the book and didn't catch any of the bullshit. Sorry, not sorry, but you're stupid. Get off of here, bro. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. Cute knowledge, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. He says, just got here, but just wanted to drop the daily dono before you hop off. Looks like you're about to wrap. Yeah, we're about to finish up. Not necessarily, because we're going to stream, do a watch party of the debate that's going on, because it's gonna be epic. So we gotta do a watch party on that. But yes, we about to hop off in just a second, but then we about to hop back on. So look out for it. But yeah, I like how some of his fanboys are coming in here running defense for him. Right? Y'all need to just. Y'all need to just chill with that, right? You got Dukes of Hex over here. You over here just saying, "Oh my God, you're grieving." Like, hey, first of all, take my name out your goddamn name, because you ain't no Duke. You're a clown. So go. No, I'm sorry. You're worse than a clown. You're a jester. So Jester of Hicks, go over to Rollo and go suck off more of his little penis, because we're sorry that we're just making you guys look ridiculous. And that's what ends up happening with some of these guys too. They come out here, they troll. At the end of the day, they realize you've been right this whole time, and then they're sending you Instagram messages, or they're creating other new accounts and then following you and talking about how you right. Oh, Duke, you were so right this whole time. Join the rest of the squad. Yeah, listen, history, it will prove us right, and it will prove you stupid. That's why, hey, listen, and there's nothing wrong with that, because I'm gonna say some of the people who are now following me were people who used to be like you. So they got the no pill, and they realized that a lot of these red pill people are stupid. So yeah, I'm gonna keep talking crap about these people all day long, and you don't have to keep getting mad, because the worst was already over with. Now we're in the year of vindication. You can't tell us no wrong, bruh. We've always been right. We've been right about these bozos. And the reason why we've been right since day one of last year, the reason why we've been right is because we did our research and you guys didn't. So stop hating. Let's continue.
Without telling them how to feel about that information. That's what I did with that. If I committed one cardinal sin with that one troll tweet, it's because I didn't tell you how to feel about it. I could have put sarcasm at the bottom of it. I could have put you're being trolled. I could have put fuck you. I could have put.
It's not good satire if you have to say it's satire.
Exactly, and that's where we're at right now in sort of like the social media sphere, and that's why I said things are only going to get worse once we get to the election cycle proper, because no one can take a fucking joke. Everything you see on Twitter is not self-help advice. It is not 12 rules for life or 7 rules to get to becoming a high value man. It's none like for
you wrote those rules. You gave those advice. Okay, I don't care what you're saying. This thing is. This is advice, and you just got mad because Sneako called you out on it. Acute knowledge. Shout out to you. He says, "Where's the watch party taking place?" Oh, right here on this channel. We're doing it right here. We're gonna end the stream and I just had to play a little bit more of Rollo's dumbassery. All right, and then we're gonna stream it right here on this channel. So guys, if you want the Duke the Don commentary on the bullshit that a lot of these guys are not gonna catch while they're debating, they definitely want to catch this watch party. Matter of fact, open up another tab. Isn't that what Myron says, right? With the Twitch streamers, right? Open up another tab while you're watching the stream. All right. So for those of you guys who want to watch it uninterrupted, you can watch it there. But those of you guys who want to watch it with the commentary, you can also have that playing side by side, because you definitely don't want to miss this one. This debate is gonna make or break Rollo, so definitely stay tuned. But it's happening here. Oh yeah, it's happening here. Let's
fuck's sake, take Henry Cavill's advice, right? It's not that serious. Like, unless it's life or death, it's not that fucking serious.
Well, this all ties into red pill stuff too, though. Like, you know, you're the one you love about how red pill and blue pill, the different ways of thinking about something, objective morality, objective that. It's kind of like that too. It's all about categorical versus hypothetical imperatives, and people are so used to the categorical ones. If you guys don't know the difference, imperative is like an order. A categorical one means this is good, this is bad, period, end of story. It's absolutely objective. Hypothetical imperatives are like if-then statements. So if you want, like you said, like you literally put in your tweet, if you want to achieve wealth as fast as possible, then do this. If you don't want that, then don't do it. If you don't want it to be the fastest, don't do this. And I think people mistake that because then, oh, that means the responsibility's on me to decide if I want that thing. And I think it's much easier to just yell at you for being a charlatan or a fraud or whatever else they want to yell at you for.
They want an enemy.
It's just easier than thinking. And it literally is just about thinking. Is that something that I value? And if not, then whatever.
Yeah. That's
all the red pill's ever been. Ever.
You and I have how many shows have you and I done where we did they're sheep looking for a shepherd?
Every chance we can, we bring that up.
Moses to guide them to the promised land. That's, let my people go. That's what they want.
Honestly, I would even be for it if you doing that. If I didn't see what they did to the last guy, Peterson, what the hell did you guys do? What did you guys do to him?
That poor man.
I legitimately think that, yes, that poor man. He came in, he was basically a free therapist for kids everywhere. And they turned him into that horrible, tragic figure. And I'm so angry at audience for that.
He was a messiah for them. He was.
Yeah, and then for a minute there, he believed it. And then he went to Russia. And then his daughter's like, I'm going to scavenge this corpse. Oh.
Yeah. People don't know, by the way, like if you read anything on Twitter from Dr. Jordan Peterson, it is Michaela Peterson sock puppeting her dad. Okay. She's very open about that. She says it all the fucking time. So when you see,
Rollo, you are such a Jordan Peterson hater. It's not even funny, bro. Like, you will never be Jordan Peterson. I'm sorry, Rollo. You will never be. You're just mad because he got a bunch of the audiences you wish you could have gotten. Chill. You will never be him. It's over with, buddy. I'm sorry. It's done. You're not gonna be him. You'll never be him. Stop it, Rollo. Okay, this Jordan Peterson hate, like you're basically calling him a vegetable. That's ridiculous, bro. Chill out with that.
He's really going ape shit, man. Jordan Peterson's based. No, that's Jorkayla behind the scenes, like typing for him. So just
Peterson doesn't say Totes going for a Starby today.
Yeah,
fair.
Yeah,
I'll admit when I was wrong.
I'm surprised Jordan Peterson hasn't had a vasectomy tweet just yet.
Yeah.
God, it's the fucking. It's the troll that just like it's the self-perpetuating, like eternal as the perpetual motion machine of tweets right there.
And you have to be really smart or really stupid to be a retard, and it's at the point where I'm like, I don't know who's who anymore. I can't tell.
Yep. Chris Harris, what would you say to the Spurgs that say he is happy to define what is not high value, Ben Shapiro, Jeff Bezos, but can't define what is. I will tell you once more for the record, a high value man is the guy that other men want to be and other women want to fuck. That's it.
Can I add to that, like from
Sure.
a red pill perspective? Because that is sexual dynamics, positive male identity, sexual strategy. Girls want guy, guy wants to be guy.
Mm.
If you guys, all that value stuff you're arguing, you can argue about, well, for a philanderer, you need this. For a physicist, you need this. Like, yeah, red pill, this is what you need.
So
There.
the minute, so when people ask me like, Rollo, give me the elevator pitch of the red pill, and what's my response? I always say, well, that's kind of hard to do because there's so many different fields and there's so many, like it used to be about guys in the pickup artist community who wanted to get their dick wet. Is that what you want to hear? Or do you want me to tell you that the red pill is all about male self-improvement and don't chase women, chase excellence? You want that? You can also go that direction too. Do you want me to tell you that it's about MGTOW and fuck women and go your own way? Yeah, we can talk about that too, because the root of MGTOW is in the red pill. All these guys who are in the church who wanted to turn the red pill into their personal Christian ministries, we can talk about that too. Where do you want me to go? Because
Talk about red pill after you've been married. Talk about how to handle divorce. It's basically anything that affects men will have an aspect of somebody who's in the red pill who's talked about it. Everything.
Yeah. Well,
so if it's it's basically just saying anything man related.
Yeah. And by the way, Ruslan, if you're watching, I didn't write that tweet for you. I know you really wanted me to. I know you wanted to feel good about that. And had nothing to do with you. Actually, it had more to do with Brandon Carter than it did to have.
What's a Ruslan? How do you spell that? Is it like
Ruslan? And Ruslan, you can just keep straw manning it and just keep going. All you're doing is just feeding the beast, man.
This guy, what the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, poodle haircut. I love that too. And by the way, he's not the only one like that has that sort of. He's all brand. You remember we were talking about merchandise and shit like that.
Yeah.
He never misses an opportunity to go on a show that he doesn't have his little, bless God hoodie on or some shit like that. It's all brand. He failed as a white boy Christian rapper, and now he's decided that he wants to get into these, Christo Manosphere or whatever. And anytime he needs numbers to kick up, he comes at me. And I go, I think Rollo wrote that tweet about me, low key. Dude, I don't think about you. I really don't. I don't think about you at all. If you want to come and debate me in Vegas, the door's still open. Was it Alex from Playing with Fire?
Stop. Everybody, why did they gotta come debate you? Just go debate them. I hope you show up. I hope you show up tonight. He's about to mention Alex. Okay, and Alex is a good friend of mine. This is about to be funny as hell. Watch this.
Want to come in? I don't think about you. I really don't. I don't think about you at all. If you want to come and debate me in Vegas, the door's still open. Was it Alex from Playing with Fire? Oh, he won't debate me. Dude, I have been saying since November, since I started doing Access Vegas, if you want to debate me, you will do it live across the table from me. That's my format, and that's exactly how I'm going to do it. Oh, why don't you come out and do Purple Pill podcast? Why don't you come out and do that? Like, no, you're going to come to here. You're going to come to Vegas. You're going to sit across the table from me, and you're going to tell me how I'm wrong, and I'm going to prove you wrong too. Simple as that. Because I know what you guys do, exactly what Sneako and Destiny are doing right now.
Whoa! But I thought Fresh and Fit were your buddies. Wait, time out now. I thought Fresh and Fit were your buddies. So all of a sudden, Fresh and Fit set you up for Sneako and Destiny? Is that what you're trying to say? What are you trying to say? All the excuse in the book. So you're telling me, unless it's done on your platform where you have 100% control, you're not willing to debate anybody? Oh no. Oh no. This is crazy. Hey guys, I'm going to post a watch party link in the chat right now so we get ready for next stream. So guys, I want you to go over there right now and wait till we get started because we're gonna cover Fresh and Fit's stream. So I'm gonna post it right now. Hold up, I think maybe did I post it? Hold up, I'm gonna try to pin it. Hold up, I think I missed it. But like, this is crazy. Me just hearing this from him. This is crazy. All of a sudden, you're trying to say that are you trying to say buddies Fresh and Fit are trying to sabotage you? Is that what you're indicating here? So unless it's a neutral platform, unless it's a non-neutral platform and they're only doing it in Vegas, you're not willing to debate anybody? You're a bitch. Hey, I want to debate you. I'll come to Vegas. Just say when. Just I know you. Hey, listen, I know you watching, stupid. We're not dumb. We're not dumb. You know who we are. So stop acting like you don't. It is what it is. I'll be willing to debate you. All right. After all, according to you, I'm stupid, right? So just. I'll come up there to Vegas. I got no problem with the hill. I got a Vegas trip planned in about a couple months. So do you want to do it then? Let's do it. Let's debate. Let's debate on the high value topic, Rollo. Let's make it happen. But you won't because you're scared. It is what it is, buddy. You're just not gonna. It is what it is. Shout out to you, Acute Knowledge says people that believe in the red pill forget what happened in a movie. You take the pill, robots coming to murder you. Seems fitting for the red pill space. That's what's happening right now. All these bots that these people created. All right. They're coming in to hurt people. It's funny.
Just like, let's pull as many of these fucking quotes as they possibly can. And I hope you keep doing more of those. Please.
Dude, that's funny. I went and checked him out. I see his Patreon here. He's got like a green screen behind him that's projecting the background of a city. I'm like, dude, that's my view. He's like projecting it on the back to look top.
I was getting Paul Elam vibes from that.
Jesus. Oh, he's got the Zoomer haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, dude, fuck this guy. His rap, is his rap any good?
I have
Tell
no
me
idea.
he can at least spit a bar.
Well, my good friend Trey Little knows him and is basically like he's better off doing what he's doing right now.
Oh, in other words, he's a rapper in the same way Ivan Throne was a fucking ninja.
Yeah. And Trey, big shout out to Trey. Trey was with me last 2 weeks ago in Vegas. We were doing Access Vegas. It was great.
See, this is what worries me, man, because everybody who's coming after the red pill and all this stuff, they're like tards, for lack of a better word, untalented tards.
I think that's probably appropriate.
But the problem is then, like, we are here first. So like talentless people are coming. Are we like talentless Messiah or something? Are you the godfather of the talentless people with the last chance at fame? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Do I need to start switching over to like Sawmill videos, or what did Joker do before he started doing the sad MGTOW guy? Didn't he buy a shed or something?
I don't know. Yeah, he did. Oh, I mean, it seems to me like there's this progression that guys go through when they can't like keep pace with what's going on in the Manosphere. Like Roosh, for example. Roosh decided he wanted to be Ted Kaczynski, right? He wanted to go out and live in a hut somewhere, and you know,
it's a choice.
I mean, seriously, and hey, I have more respect for Roosh than a lot of these other guys because at least he stuck to it. Right. Yeah. He didn't try to pivot back out of it later. I mean, he does have his newsletter and he does his things and everything, but he's not like showing up at like Turning Point USA. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, whatever happened to Goldman too? Didn't he want to go the Roosh route? He burned all of his books and
did he?
Goldman Unleashed?
He might have, but like the last time I was talking to, and I still like Goldman.
Oh my god! I can't. I'm sorry. I can't do anymore. I can't do it. Rollo's so boring. Like, he's so boring. Like, who are these two people? Are just dude, you guys are just horrible. Like, I can't follow y'all for more than a certain length of time before I have to question what the hell you guys talking about. All right, what is Vosh? What does all these people have to do with anything? Right? If anything, the only thing I know is they're doing better than you. That's what I can find out. Right? You're just bringing all these other people in. You have not taken responsibility for your actions, okay? That's crazy. Guys, hit the link right now, okay? Because I'm about to hop off of this after I get with the super chat, all right? And I'm going to see you at this watch party because we got to see this whole debate from start to finish, all right? Maybe not finish. We'll probably finish it in a part 2 or something like that. But, like, I'm telling you because I want to get off at a certain time. But still, go ahead and hit that link right now because we're about to cover this entire live stream. Or maybe not the whole thing, but still. Beats is cool. Shout out to you for the $10 super chat. He says, how is Rollo going to prove anyone wrong when he probably took a huge shit on the entire red pill ideologies publicly himself? Thank you. Thank you. I'm telling you, like, these guys, it's no different than a lot of these guys who are hypocrites, right? They'll tell you one thing, and then in the end, they're doing and behaving in the same behaviors that goes against their ideas, further just pretty much trivializing their whole talking point. But these guys don't know it. They don't admit that they've turned this whole red pill thing into a grift, that instead of helping men what it used to be about, it now became, let's just make as much money as possible. All right. Oh, these conservatives are coming in here and they're trying to grift off of our space. We got to call them out. But at the end of the day, it's like, bruh, you guys are responsible single-handedly for the bullshit you're doing right now. Rollo just said it. He's never gonna say sorry for what he did. He will never apologize for it. It is what the hell it is. But now we know where we stand, right? And when we were telling you, hey, these guys, they're lying. These guys are grifting. A lot of his cult followers, we got some of them in the chat right now. A lot of his cult followers will sit there and tell us, Duke, you are lying. Duke, we will dox you. Duke, we will do X, Y, and Z, right? If some of them came in with alt accounts that came in and spewed a bunch of racist shit, that's him. People like that. But fast forward 2023, when I told y'all we gonna be vindicated this year, and who would have thought that Rollo Tomasi would be the guy to do it for us? I wouldn't have thought that. I didn't think that at all. I couldn't imagine that Rollo Tomasi would be the same person to kill his own bread and butter. I'm glad he did it. It's actually almost fitting that the person who claimed to start this mess is the same one to end it himself. This is fitting for him. I don't know what else to tell you. Francois Guerrero, shout out to you for the $2 super chat. He says, Kevin Samuels rolling in his grave right now. Yeah. Kevin Samuels did shout out Rollo Tomasi and some of his bullshit, so it made you think, what the fuck's going on there? I'm telling you, it's a grift for a lot of these people. I'm telling you, there's nothing else you can say about it, right? And the thing with Kevin Samuels, he pushed for family relationships and black and women getting together. I don't know what Rollo's talking about, because I don't know. I don't think Kevin Samuels ever said anything about vasectomies. Can somebody correct me on that? Because I would have been on him quick too. I would have been on Kevin Samuels' neck if he said the exact same thing. Because somebody did he say something about something? I don't think Kevin Samuels said anything about vasectomies. I'm gonna just stick to what I know. He didn't say nothing about vasectomies. He's not trying to be a Margaret Sanger like Rollo over here. Okay, Rollo's he's the new Margaret Sanger of this space. I don't care what you say. That is the face of sterilization right there. These two people right here are the faces of mass sterilization. So whenever they want to bring up a talking point of our fertility rates in the gutter, just know that Rollo at one point in time had a tweet where he was basically promoting fertility rates hitting the gutter. I don't know what else to tell you. But guys, I'm going to sign off right now. Make sure you're in line for the next stream because we're going to cover this epic debate that's about to go down. Will this be the final nail in the coffin of the Red Pill Godfather's career? Or will we see more coping from his best friends, Fresh and Fit, to try to mitigate the damage? Actually, real talk. Put in your thoughts in the chat right now. I want to hear it. Do you think Rollo Tomasi and not Rollo Tomasi, but Fresh and Fit are gonna cape for Rollo Tomasi during this debate? Do you think they're gonna team up against Sneako and Destiny to try to soften the blow for Rollo Tomasi? What do you guys honestly think is gonna happen? Because I think that's going to happen. I think Myron might end up caping for Rollo, and Fresh is going to do the same thing because that's their daddy at the end of the day. And they don't want to see daddy get hurt or get punched in the mouth. But I think that's what's going to happen. Or do you think Myron and Fresh are going to learn the lesson from the last debate and just take a step back and say whatever happens, happens? Y'all let me know what's about to happen. But I'm going to sign off because we about to find out ourselves on the next stream. So I'm going to catch you guys there. Take it easy, y'all. Peace.